Everybody be cool. You be cool.
What's up, everybody?
How's it going?
We are back for episode 2 of our favorite movies from 1970 to 2020. And as you see there on the screen, we're doing 2011 through 2015. And I'm here with the same group of great guys here. They paid me to say
Usual
that.
suspects.
Glad to be here, man.
I got a big problem with that reel you made.
What's that?
It's way too cool for what this stream is.
Bitch, I just got Final Cut Pro and I just scratched the surface. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing.
He's got a new toy, Brad.
It's a minute
Yeah,
long.
that like people see that reel and then then it's like this 5 fucking retards talking about movies.
Right?
It's not.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
It's like a comedian like having pyrotechnics and stuff, and then he comes out on stage and it's just a guy talking.
Right.
You know.
And we're gonna do our taxes.
I
now.
thought I was on the wrong stream at first.
But yeah, guys, I've been pretty excited about this all week. It should be a fun stream. This was a hard set of years to pick 5 movies from.
Yeah,
So,
this was a struggle.
I had like 40 that I had to kind of dwindle down, but I'm pretty happy with the 5 I ended up with.
Yeah.
So we will
I've
see
told
what's
you guys
going on out there in the
before,
chat, who I was there, and then we'll get started.
I talked way too
Brad,
much
what's up?
shit. I talked way too much shit early on. Like I got my 5. You know,
Right,
everybody
yeah.
else is going. Everybody else is going. I'm tossing and turning. I can't figure out what I want to put in there. I'm like, I got my 5. I'm done. I started watching shit. It all fell apart 3 times. Yeah, it was a nightmare to get.
Yeah, I had to change some shit up a couple times.
I think it's going to get harder and harder with each group because you're just
The
gonna have more
better
movies to
the
pick
better the
from.
movies get, the harder
More
it's going to
movies
no
that
doubt.
have had more time to sort of like wear on you or grow on you, I guess.
Yeah, I made a change at 8:47. I made a change to one of mine, so
Damn, that's
but
cutting
no,
it close.
no more changes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Skin of your teeth there.
no doubt. All right, what's going on, Coco? Tell you guys, excited for round 2. Have a great stream. I appreciate it, dear. Hollow Note say good evening, gents. Say hey to Coco.
now.
Sydney Eubanks, so what's up, everyone?
Well, hello, Sydney.
And saying hey back to Sydney. All right. Hollow Note saying, speak for yourself. Yeah, tell them, bro. There's my youngest spawn there. Let's get it. I've been looking forward to this, guys.
Hello.
And the monkey says, greetings. First, RIP as Olivia Newton-John. She finally will be in Xanadu. Yep. And Height, am I saying that right? She passed away today, didn't she?
H,
Yep.
yeah.
So I remember her thing was 7 Days and 7 Nights, and John Q was what I seen her in.
Yep.
That's what I think of when I think of her.
Yeah.
The remake of Psycho. Come on, everybody loves that one.
I know what you did
Yeah.
last summer.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was going to date myself because I remember her from all the drama when she was, her and Ellen were becoming an item. Couldn't turn off the news without hitting that.
Yeah.
So guys, I guess we're going to get started here. So Dr. Ordinary, Ryan, if you want to start it off, buddy, your first notation this time.
Yeah, I
What
got
you get for
the
getting there first.
first spot. The biggest struggle I thought, well, we all kind of struggled with the movies, except for Brad. But trying to nail this down to between number 5 and what the honorable mentions were, still a struggle, but I'm going to keep my number 5 where it is. I'm not going to pull an audible at the last moment. It's a movie from 2014. It's called Cold in July.
Oh yeah.
This is a movie that I don't know if many people are going to know about it, but it's an independent film. It's directed by a guy named Jim Mickle. He wrote it with a guy named Nick Diamisi. You probably don't know anything that Jim Mickle has directed except for maybe a horror movie called Mulberry Street. If you've never seen that, great flick. Basically, this is it's a crime movie, but it kind of completely turns it on its head. It's got a whole bunch of different themes and different tones that run through it. It's got comedy in it. It stars Sam Shepard, if you remember him from The Right Stuff. This was about 3 years before he died.
Yep.
Don Johnson, and then of all people, Michael Hall from Dexter. And when you first start watching this thing, you're like, all right, I can't get past this being Dexter. And about 2 minutes later, you completely forget it's Dexter. It's a great movie. It goes to some really dark places, but it's a great movie. And these guys are working on more. There's a horror movie out. Alan and I actually just watched it. It's called We Are What We Are. Had the chick in it from Ozarks, if you've seen that on Netflix. But I don't know. It just this movie kind of really threw me for a loop, and so it made the top 5 for sure.
Oh yeah, it's a surprise. It really is. You watch it.
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't
writing that
seen
one
that
down.
one.
Yeah, I think you can get it on Hamilton pretty cheap if I remember right. It's a good one.
Yeah, that's why I
Cold in
picked it
July.
up. Cold in
What's my
July.
first
Great,
recommendation?
great movie. It's funny is that this movie, it kind of shows you the writing. I feel like I always have a theme for my 5, and I feel like it's the writing. The writing of this movie sells it. So here's a movie that's got no blood, no gore, no sex, no anything, and it still has an R rating. Because it just goes to some dark places.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's a great one. It's a real hidden gem. People need to find that.
100%.
Good way to start it off.
Yeah, man. All right, check it out.
I got me a list going here.
Right.
Right.
Now that was a DVD you had up. Is there a Blu-ray available? Or
Yeah, there's a blue.
There is, yeah. I think
Awesome.
it's on Hamilton.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen it on Hamilton. I think I got it from Hamilton.
Okay. Dirt, you're up, buddy. What's your number
All
5?
right. Well, yeah, I struggle, man, between the 5 and I just locked them in, man. I was like, okay, I'm just done. Keep shuffling these damn movies around. So my 5th pick is going to be a film by Alejandro Gonzalez, Ario 2. I probably butchered that shit. It takes place in 1823, and that's the Revenant.
Oh,
And
Great movie.
about Hugh Glass. It's a true
fantastic
story,
movie.
based on a true story, Western adventure. Man, it's like the ultimate determination, survival movie you're gonna find. It's just awesome, man. I just can't say enough about it. I mean, the shots, the cinematography. I mean, you can take it for what it is. It has probably some other things after digging a little deeper into it. I mean, but I love it, man. It's a great movie.
Yeah, it's got one scene that's hard to watch, not to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it, but
Yeah, it's and it's long, but it keeps your attention.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
great Tom Hardy flick too.
and like Leonardo DiCaprio, he won all kind of awards on this movie. And it's got Tom Hardy. He's a son of a bitch playing
Tom Hardy should have got all the fucking awards. I thought.
Yeah,
I thought he killed it.
Yeah, with Tom Hardy's character, you really need to have subtitles on. I have a hard time understanding what the hell he's saying.
Yep.
So subtitles really help a lot.
you can understand. He's from Texas. But
it's one of those movies that, like, I saw it in the theater because everybody was talking about, and I don't get too deep into the cinematography part of it, but I remember when the movie was coming out, they kept talking about how it was filmed in some special film because he wanted it to feel authentic, and like you were out there, and like they were talking about the colors and everything. I was like, damn, they weren't lying. That movie was like visually.
It looks unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it is.
And I mean,
that's a
I
great
remember
4K,
seeing the
man.
Blu-ray, just going, God damn, that's looks
with
good.
that bear. I mean, the CGI looks good on that bear. I mean,
I felt like
as you can make it
Tom Hardy and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, fucking filthy bastard. Tom Hardy's character, to me, steals the show, and even to his death, right into his death, where he goes, yeah, go ahead. I hope that feels good for you, boy. Just know one thing: it'll never bring the boy back.
He's a son of a bitch all the way to the end.
All the way to the end.
Yep.
Yeah. But that's my number 5. I had a couple quotes, man. Well, one quote in particular: as long as you can still grab a breath, you fight. You breathe, keep breathing. Like that shit, and it's said a couple times in the film, and that sums up the whole damn movie. I mean, he won't stop, he won't quit. Everybody's like doubting him that he's gonna make it through this shit, and he's this son of a bitch comes back looking like a ghost to everybody,
Yeah, instantly they're like, oh, he's dead, he's done for, because that's how it was back then.
Yep.
You stub your fucking toe, they're amputating it a week later.
But it's a true story though, man, on this guy. That's even makes it better for me. But
Yeah. It was the damnedest thing. I canceled my camping trip 3 minutes after I saw it.
right.
Yeah, man, great
That's
pick,
it, man.
Dirk.
Number 5.
Right, my man, you're up, buddy.
Well, this was going to make it on the last one, but it didn't because the dates and all that. We worked it out, but it's Bone Tomahawk, Craig Zoller,
Oh, awesome movie.
Kurt Russell,
Yeah.
Patrick Wilson. But this guy, Matthew Fox, is really, in my opinion, my favorite character in it. You know, everybody else is like trying to be civilized, and he's just like shoot first, who gives a shit later kind of guy. But basically, what happens is these two bandits stumble across an Indian burial ground. And of course, they desecrate it by accident. They're tripping all over themselves. And it turns out they're not regular Indians. They're like these cave dwelling, like barely human,
Cannibalistic
rape, monsters, basically. They don't even talk. They kind of like whistle at each other. The bandits, one of them makes it back to a town, and they follow him there, and they kidnap this guy's wife and kill a couple people and steal the horses. So Kurt Russell leads a party with Patrick Wilson, Matthew Fox, and Richard Jenkins, who's great in this. Richard Jenkins is great in everything, but they decide to go out there, and it's basically the odyssey of them trying to get her back, and it's it takes them for fucking ever to get there. It's a brutal, grimy, gritty ass Western, makes frontier life look fucking miserable, which it would be. It's your typical Craig Zoller, the way he writes his dialogue is very matter of fact and all that, but it's not his typical crime movie. This is the first movie he made. Actually, they shot this thing in 21 days, which I think is crazy. 70 some locations.
Damn.
In 21 days. That just tells you how good he is as a director. And I hope he can do a lot more. But he wrote this story. Somehow it got to Kurt Russell, and that's how the movie got made. Kurt Russell really wanted to do it, and you get Kurt Russell behind it. Suddenly people are willing to throw money too, and he got the rest. Everybody in this cast is a somebody. Patrick Wilson's been in a ton of stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
Richard Jenkins, obviously. Jenkins. Matthew Fox is the least known, but he steals the show, I think.
He's the lead actor in Lost.
Okay, there you go. I don't even know what that is, but is the show Lost, right?
Yeah, the show, yeah.
Okay, I've never seen the show. But anyway, the gore is outrageous. It's not really a horror movie. It's a Western movie with extreme gore. I'd put it that way. Yeah. It's not like a slasher. It's not horrific. It's cowboys and Indians, but the Indians are extra fucking crazy in this.
Yeah, they're extra. They got some extra shit going on.
Yeah, the kills are brutal.
There's one thing you'll never forget.
Yeah. Make a wish. But I mean these savages is the right word for them because they're fucking nuts. They don't care, man, about anything. And it's like you get a shot of the women in the tribe. The women in the tribe are like amputated, their eyes are punched out, and they're just there for breeding. I mean, it is dark as hell, but I love this movie. It's one of my favorite Westerns. If you haven't seen it, it's really cheap. You can get any of Zoller's movies really cheap. Pick them up, check them out.
Oh yeah,
that's number 5.
Great pick.
Yeah, man, great movie.
Hell yeah.
I love when they try to drug the Indians, and then the Indians figure it out. And it's like, oh shit, they figured it out.
Right. Well, damn, that backfired.
Yeah, but that didn't work out like I thought it would at all.
Clever bastard.
That was 2014, 2015. Okay.
All right, Brian, you're a buddy.
All right, now my picks aren't as extreme as your guys, especially Dirk and Brad. But for this video, whatever, this stream, pick I've chose first for my number 5 is 2015's Room with Brie Larson and
that's a good one.
Oh yeah,
Jacob Tremblay.
Yep.
A24.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid flick about Brie Larson's character.
That's dark as fuck. What are you talking about?
That's a dark ass movie.
My pick's not dark at all.
It's a happy-go-lucky
It's
tale.
a happy movie.
It's a family film.
By the cover, maybe it looks happy.
Yeah.
Mother and son spend time together.
Well, anyways, she's kidnapped, and I think she's pregnant at the time she's kidnapped, and she gets taken into this little, like, not even a studio apartment type of room. It's just like one little, four-walled room with a bathroom in it and everything, and a little kitchen and everything like that. And he just keeps her there for years, like 7 years, while she raises this boy. And the boy knows nothing outside of the room. He calls it room. His name's Jack. She's just called Ma, I think, through the whole movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just insane because this kid's never seen the light of day, and she can't get out of this place because the guy's got her locked up. And it's pretty sad, but it's something that could really happen in real life. And her whole family's like, thought she's been missing forever. Don't think she's dead. It's just nuts, especially like, towards the end, whenever she starts like finding a way to get out and everything. Pretty cool trivia fact that I read was she actually isolated herself in her home for a month without a phone or internet, and followed a strict diet in order to get a sense of what they would be going through in the movie. And she said that she considers herself an introvert, which prefers to stay at home, but she thought the month of isolation would be a vacation. But toward last week, she became very depressed and would cry all day. So I thought that was pretty interesting to read. This is the first performance from Jacob Tremblay too. I'm pretty sure. And since then, I've actually liked the kid actor. I think he's pretty good. I like him in Dr. Sleep, and I like Good Boys a lot. But yeah, Room's a solid A24 film. Really good performances all around.
Oh yeah, man, that's a great movie. I would say that's the movie that Lifetime wishes it could produce.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I heard that was inspired by the Cleveland House of Horrors. There
That's
was
what
a man,
I heard too,
a man who kept two women for years locked in his house in a neighborhood, very tight neighborhood, and they had his kids. And the Tremblay kid is the kidnapper's son. Yeah, she gets pregnant after he takes her, and he takes her when she's like 13 or something like that. So that's even his son in it, and I remember it comes up in the movie. But yeah, that's a lighthearted, fun family. Just nice.
Now, did that movie win Best Movie of the Year? Academy Award for Best Movie of the Year.
Dark as bread.
It won awards. I know that. Brie Larson, who I hate, got
nominated. I thought it
really
won.
good in it.
She won a Golden Globe for Best Actress, Brie Larson, but it was nominated for Best Picture.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good ass movie.
Yeah, that's a killer movie.
Good pick, man. All right, I'm going to do my number 5 here.
Something lighter.
This is it's different. This ain't as dark as y'all's asses. But, I'm gonna go with Warrior, my number 5 pick.
Yeah.
I'm a big Rocky fan. I love movies like this. This movie is done very well. Tom Hardy. I want to say this was the first movie I seen him in. If memory serves, but I became a Tom Hardy fan instantly after this. Joel Edgerton did a great job. Nick Nolte knocks it out of the park as their alcoholic father. He has a bad relationship with his sons. All three of them have a bad relationship. And this movie, if you haven't seen it, this is one of those inspirational movies. It's got a great ending, a lot of good action to it. Basically, it says the youngest son of an alcoholic father, the youngest son of an alcoholic former boxer, returns home where he is trained by his father for an MMA tournament, a path that puts the fighter on a collision course with his estranged older brother. I'm not going to spoil the end of it, but I'm sure most people have probably seen this by now. But this movie just absolutely knocks it out of the park. It's great acting. It's emotional. It's inspirational. It's everything I love about movies like this. And I would say, other than Rocky, this is probably my favorite in this kind of genre.
Oh shit! Damn. It's up there with,
wow.
It's not up there with Rocky, but it's close.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's loosely based on the real life UFC fighter, a guy named Rich Ace Franklin, which I'm not familiar with. He was also a teacher that took part in a cage fight to make money. Basically, Joel Edgerton he's a teacher. He's married. He don't fight anymore, and he's about to lose his house. And he basically joins this competition for like this big money prize, and trying to make money to save his house and all that kind of stuff. So you have all that mixed into it as well. and you really feel for him and his wife. They really need this money, and his brother is in it for different reasons, but they're also pretty intense. So just a great movie, guys. Came out September 9th, 2011. Had a $25 million budget. It only made $13 million in the U.S. Made $23 million worldwide. So it did make a lot of money. But yeah, guys, definitely check it out. If you haven't seen it, I think it's worth a watch. That's my number 5.
Oh yeah,
Good pick.
Nice. Haven't seen that one.
That's a good one, man.
He said don't.
I said don't. Alan knows we disagree on this movie big time. But
it's been a minute since I've seen it, but I
Well,
like
Brad,
it.
you can't be right about everything, man.
I'm almost never right.
All right, we'll get caught up in the chat real fast, guys, and we'll move on. All right.
I do love Nick Nolte though. Nick Nolte is fucking badass in this. He's
Yeah,
badass.
he acts his ass off in this, man.
Yeah.
I love him, man. I love it. All
There's
right.
no question that he's not a badass.
All right, Master Ladies, what's going on, Anthony?
What's up,
Hey,
Fellow
man.
guys, hope everyone is well. Appreciate you being here, buddy.
Going
What's up,
on.
man?
Said he said Cold July is very good.
Oh hell
I got
yeah.
it wrote down. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Says, hey, Master Ladies, The Revenant is probably my number 1. Hey, it could be.
Can't
It's a great
argue
movie.
there.
It easy.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, and it says one scene that's hard to watch. There's 2, Dr. Ordinary.
Yeah.
All right, Sydney said The Revenant is good. I like it. Vibe says Leo at his best. Yeah,
I think
Leo
that's his
is
best-
my son Adam's Vibes there. It's his favorite actor.
Okay, I think that's his
the
best
monkey says-
performance.
Yeah. An important 2011 film is Contagion. Very iconic even today. Yeah, that is a good fluke.
Yeah, that movie was going for big money during the pandemic. People were
Yeah, it's pretty relevant.
Everybody wanted to watch that.
Yeah, Sydney says Bone Tomahawk is good, but it's so damn brutal. Yes, it's pretty brutal. I didn't know what to expect when I first watched it, and it got my
That's
attention.
what makes it so damn good.
Yeah,
Exactly.
hell yeah.
Right?
Bob's Blu-rays. What's going on, Bob? Bone Tomahawk is incredible. Appreciate you
fuck
being here,
yeah.
buddy. S. Craig Zahler, am I saying that right? Is my favorite director.
Hell yeah.
Bob, we need to hang out.
I'm actually going to be on his show. I think the 22nd. He's got a live stream series he's doing over there where he's ranking all the different boutique labels. And
Okay.
I want to see he has another one this Monday, and I'm going to be on the next one, I believe. So I'm looking forward to that. So you go check out Bob, man. He's kind of new, but he's killing it over there.
I've seen him
Good
on
channel.
on mid-level media stream, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Recently.
Well, mid-level was on his stream recently. I don't know if he
Yeah.
was the other way around, but I know he was on the first
There was
episode.
a round table. You was
Yeah,
on there.
that was on Bob's channel.
Oh, what? I thought it was
Yeah.
mid-level. Okay.
But yeah, he's doing good stuff over there, guys. Bone Tomahawk messed with me on the first watch. Gore level similar to Hostel. Yeah. I introduced that movie to my son. He didn't talk to me for about 2 days after that. He said never been to unsee that scene.
Yeah, all practical effects too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's great.
Sydney says Room is okay. Holiday
All right.
says I'm making a list of stuff to check out.
Yep.
Warrior's pretty good. Bob's Blu-ray says Warrior's so good. Top 15 favorite films of all times.
Damn.
Y'all are pulling gems. I appreciate it, man.
Shit.
I'll note said Rich Franklin. If you've ever seen Anderson Silva highlights, he's in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Rich Franklin. He's a hell of a nice guy. Rich Franklin loses both fights to Anderson Silva. Pretty much the same way.
All right. Video man, I feel like I say his name wrong every time. Video Man and Gizmo. I like Warrior a lot, but I do think Rocky 1 and 2 is better. Oh yeah, there's no question. Also $1 Million Baby, probably more I can think of, but great MMA and Father Story. Yeah, $1 Million Baby might be better. Might be a little better.
Top 5 fight movie stream.
Yeah. $1 Million
Yeah.
Baby is a banger.
As long as there's fighting, as long as there's a combative fight in it, top 5, combat fighting stream.
All right, Rob said Warrior's a great one. I love the part where the brothers make peace in the ring. Don't you agree, Brad? LOL. I think he just ruined the ending there, but
Let's mark that. Let's write that down at the top of the list for shit that would never happen.
Bob's Blu-ray says, I appreciate y'all. Glad I finally tuned in. And yeah, I'm on Ken's printable for July. Loving the stream. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Right,
Thanks.
right, man, just put round table.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, we're going to go on with our number 4 pick. So, Dr. Ordinary, you are up, sir.
All right, number 4 is another kind of movie that a lot of people may not have heard of. It's a slasher flick, kind of like Cold in July. It's a new take on a slasher flick. It's called You're Next.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie, made on $1 million budget. It was really panned by the critics, but it's since then really kind of come around and become more of a cult classic. It's just a story about a bunch of little rich kids that hook up with their parents, and all of a sudden, it's what at first seems completely random. They start getting knocked off one after another in their little mansion house. It's again kind of got a lot of different tones to it. It's got a little bit of comedy to it, which actually works real well in it. Directed by Adam Wingard, who's kind of was a nobody. He wrote A Horrible Way to Die was something else that he did. The dude that wrote it also wrote VHS, if you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
Just a great movie. It's got a lot of twists to it. It might be a little bit predictable, but it's just fun. It's a fun, great watching rich kids get murdered brutally.
Yeah.
Ironically, it's kind of cool. The one big trivia that's fun for this movie is one of the kids in it. He plays a filmmaker, and that actor is Ty West.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, went on to make X. Yeah, and a bunch of other films. But yeah, he's in it. Great
House
movie.
of the Devil.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. So just a fun. If you've never seen it, it's a great watch.
Is Barbara Crampton's in that, ain't she?
Yeah, Barbara Crampton's in it too. Yep.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's been a while since I saw it. It's a good movie though.
Fuck yeah, it's good. I love that opening, the visual with on the mirror.
Oh yeah.
Real big and all. On the mirror, was on the glass.
The glass sliding glass door. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the music, the way they tied it in.
The music just on a loop over and over and over again.
Exactly. And the British chick, she kills it too. So.
Oh yeah. Dirk's got some sick ass shit to show next.
He's
you muted, Alan.
Oh shit.
Yep.
I'm back.
All right.
I was talking shit about all y'all. You probably didn't want to hear it anyway.
That's good. That's a good thing. All right, man. My number 4 is going to be a film by Jonathan Glazer. And that is, I know a lot of people shit on this movie, man, but Under the Skin. Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But,
he's serious, everybody. That's
yeah, yeah, it's a great movie, man. It really is. It's hard to explain, but you got to watch it more than one time. You know, she's seducing men, and if you watch like real close, there's at the very beginning. I'm not going to spoil this movie. The very beginning is very key to this movie. You watch the beginning, it's like an ant. Right, you see this ant, and then you see this dead woman, and you're like, "What the hell?" And she's got a tear coming out her eye. But anyway, she's seducing these men, bringing them back to this place, and anyway, she's I don't want to spoil the film, man. I'll just put it this way: she's just harvesting food. She's an alien.
A good word for it.
Yeah, she's harvesting food. And she's an alien, and anyway, she starts to feel emotions like a human.
She's an alien farmer.
But anyway, you just check it out for yourself. It's a great film. The budget was $13 million, and it made almost $6 million.
The budget was 12. The budget was $1 million, and then they paid Scarlett Johansson $12 million to take the
right. Yeah, that's it.
Right.
And
Scarlett Johansson's naked as shit in this for anybody that's interested in that.
But it's like it's a big time look at how humans like look at beauty, you know, and I don't know. You just have to check it out. That's my number 4.
Yeah, Dirk, I'll see that movie one time, and the one part that sticks out in my mind when I think of it is that that big glob of skin that comes off in that weird ass scene. It's a weird movie. I need to go back and revisit it. I got it on the shelf back there. I need to watch it again.
I mean, I could spoil it, and but there's a scene with this ain't really spoiling. There's a scene with a baby crying, right? But you see her and her superior, they're not paying attention to that baby. They're just these aliens. They just, it shows like they have no emotion.
Yeah, they don't care. They give a shit about that baby.
They're not there for that. But that pissed so many people off. They're like, "Fuck this movie," you know.
Yep.
I'm like, well, that's kind of showing you how the shit is.
It's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's not near as bad as people really fucking hate that movie. I mean, they can't stand it
because of that scene.
Yeah, I liked it. I know Tony, Basement Blues. I know he liked it. But he always said, "Man, I just feel bad for everybody. I feel bad for all the men that just fucking get lost."
Here's a fun fact about it too. I forgot to bring up. A lot of those men that got in that van with her. Did you know that they weren't real actors?
No, I didn't know that.
They were. The director had cameras hidden, and he told them afterwards.
Yeah,
like that was all real shit. They thought they were getting a ride with her, you know.
Yeah.
And that one guy with the messed up face, he was an actor. But
okay.
But
they're like, damn, I'm getting picked up by Scarlett Johansson. Shit.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, you get to see Scarlett Johansson naked, you know.
That's the worst part.
You mean they didn't just find a random mongoloid on the street?
Yeah. The guy they picked him up at the cantina from Star Wars.
Right.
That tripped me out finding that out, though. I was like, damn, these people didn't even know, man.
That's crazy. All right. Moving on.
My number 4 is David Fincher movie. He made Seven, Zodiac, the game. You probably heard of him. He's pretty good. This movie's just always stuck with me. I don't know if people like it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Gone Girl.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fucking fan of this movie. This movie, Rosamund Pike knocks it out of the fucking park. Probably one of the best actors in Hollywood. She's really underrated. She doesn't do a ton of stuff, but there's crazy, and then there's this bitch.
Yeah.
Off the fucking charts, nuts. The movie is your typical David Fincher super dark mystery movie, so I can't really talk. I took very little notes to even talk about it because you really can't talk a lot about it because it's a mystery. Basically, it's inspired by the Scott Peterson murders, but very loosely inspired. Ben Affleck looks like Scott Peterson. They dress him like him. They make his hair like him, to kind of make it, a little bit authentic. Basically, his wife, played by Rosamund Pike, Ben Affleck's wife, goes missing under suspicious circumstances. And of course, they blame the husband right away because that's generally how it goes. It's always the husband. And he's an idiot. And he's bumbling through this whole thing. He just looks guiltier and guiltier and guiltier because he's a moron. I mean, it plays to that. That he's, kind of an idiot, and he looks horrible in it, and he's not helping himself at all. And it just continues to go further and further down the rabbit hole. It's one of those asshole puckering type movies where you're just on the edge of your fucking seat the entire time. I love those kind of movies, obviously. But you go about an hour into the movie and then it totally changes and goes a complete 180 direction. Again, dark, grit, grime, your typical David Fincher type stuff. I really don't have a ton to say about it other than Rosamund Pike does a great job. Ben Affleck does a great job. I know people hate Affleck, but I think he does what Affleck do.
I mean,
but the star of the movie is Rosamund Pike. Obviously, she's got the most lines. She's in most every scene, and her performance is lights out, great, incredible. And if you haven't seen this movie, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Just go check it out. You can get this for $3-4. I mean, there's copies everywhere. This is some bullshit digipack. This is why I hate digipacks. They just fucking fall apart, sitting on the shelf.
Well, if you take care of it, Brad.
Yeah, take care of it. It sits in a tote. It sits in a fucking tote. It does nothing. And this is what they look like after a little
mine's
while.
in good condition, Brad.
Yeah. All right, Brad. All right, Brian.
Don't handle it like a goddamn caveman.
And everything. Come on.
Enough. But Rosamund Pike's character is actually her parents are authors and they wrote children's books about her. So it makes it a big public spectacle when she goes missing. You know, she's kind of quasi famous a little bit, so it becomes a huge media circus. It's just very reality based. I feel like this is, in my opinion, very reality based.
This probably happened.
Yeah, something like this.
On some kind of level.
Sure.
Right.
But anyway, check this one out. Like I said, it's a mystery. I can't spoil it.
Right.
Everybody, if anybody's seen it, they know what I'm talking about. It's a killer.
Yeah, she
It's
reminds
one of
me
my favorite
ex,
in the
Mike
ass
White.
puckering genre.
Yeah, it's tight. It keeps really just.
It's
Real
tight.
fucking manipulative bitch, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm looking for a good ass puckering movie for a while now.
Well, there you go. Problem solved.
David Fincher's movies, if you really think about it, they all kind of center around mental illness and just
Yeah, true.
deep mentally ill characters. And there's no crazier than Rosamund Pike. That bitch is. I've known some crazy ones in my time. That lady takes the cake.
Yeah. She's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, you're up, buddy.
Well, I don't have too much to say about this one because it's a remake. This one I had to throw in the top 5. 2013's Evil Dead.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, damn right.
Fede Alvarez, the same director do Don't Breathe. Yeah. This movie is awesome. I remember seeing this in theaters and just being blown away at how gory and crazy and wild it was, and I was not expecting it to be even close to being as good as the original Evil Dead. And I think in many ways it might surpass it, actually. But
Fuck yeah, it does.
As far as the seriousness of it, man.
yeah,
It's a hardcore, real horror movie.
yeah, it's
not,
hardcore as fuck. It doesn't like, it's not, doesn't hold anything back at all. Just goes for it. The acting is pretty solid throughout. I like Jane Levy. I forget what else
she's
she was.
great.
Yeah, she's in Don't Breathe also. And Lou Taylor Pucci, I like him a lot. But yeah, this movie's great. I'm looking forward to that 4K coming out in October.
Yeah.
Screen Factory.
Hopefully they do it justice. But I haven't seen the extended cut. I heard there's more gore in that one.
Dude, it's good.
Yeah.
You're gonna. It comes with the Screen Factory one, right?
So many people
it's about
people
her.
shit on that movie, man. And I don't understand.
How you say it, Dirk? Fuck them, beat them.
Yeah, fuck them and feed them fish heads. Yeah.
Fucking with human fish heads, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has the same sort of tale in the cabin and the Necronomicon and everything, but it does a little bit different stuff. The whole like raining blood towards the end of the movie is fucking badass.
Oh,
Yeah. I think it broke a record, man.
Yeah,
Most blood in the movie.
I think so at the time. Yeah, probably up to now, really. But yeah, Evil Dead, rock.
Hell yeah,
That's
man.
I'm a
Great pick,
diehard
man.
Evil Dead fan, and I went to that like just watching it almost under duress and came out like totally surprised.
That might
Yeah,
be the greatest
too.
remake of all the remakes.
Yeah,
That might be my favorite remake.
Yep. It was
Maybe the
actually
potential.
it came very close to making my top 5.
You could have
Yeah.
just held that movie up and gone, "This is fucking awesome," and been like, "All right, next."
Boom.
Yeah.
Evil Dead like,
Yeah.
That's all. I kind of thought you were gonna. I don't have a lot to say about it. It's fucking awesome. Done.
Well, I could definitely do that with this next movie. Now, y'all don't fuck with me. Y'all see the shirt I got on, So y'all should have known I was going to pick this. God damn it. So I'm picking Creed.
I knew that was coming.
I was waiting for it.
I thought it was going to be
So-
number 1, though.
I thought you were waiting for the top one.
So I rewatched this morning.
Right.
Or I'm sorry, yesterday morning. And yeah, it holds up, guys. I mean, I know I'm nostalgic about these kind of movies. I love Rocky, favorite franchise of all times. But this movie here did a great job. I was worried when this was coming out. I was afraid that it was gonna kind of take a shit on the franchise.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone got nominated for Best Supporting Actor. He should have won. It's probably the worst Oscar snub ever, in my opinion. This is his best performance as Rocky, I think. This was directed by Ryan Coogler. This is actually the first in the Rocky franchise that Sylvester Stallone didn't write, and that's one thing I was really worried about. But they did the character justice, and I tell you, it has all the emotions, all the feels I get from the Rocky movies. This one here it hits all the points. So it came out November 25th, 2015. Had a $35 million budget. They had 109 million in the States and 173 worldwide. There's obviously a sequel, and they're working on part 3. And I know I don't think Sylvester Stallone is going to be involved in part 3. I think that's stupid as shit, but so I'm not sure how that's going to be. But it was what's interesting about this one is Sylvester Stallone was 69 years old when this came out. He was the same age that Mickey was in part 1.
Damn.
His trainer Mickey Burgess Meredith was the same age that Rocky is whenever he's playing this character in this movie.
They lived slightly different lives, apparently.
Yeah,
Burgess Meredith was 101.
Now the guy that the Creed goes up against here is real life boxer Pretty Ricky, or in the movie his name is Pretty Ricky Conlon. It's played by real life Liverpool boxer Tony the Bomber Bello, which I don't know shit about, but he does a pretty good job in the movie. He's an asshole, you kind of get involved. One thing that I thought was funny is Michael B. Jordan got knocked out by Tony the Bomber Bello in a scene. Rocky basically instructed Bello to give him a punch. He said that it was kind of a rite of passage because Sylvester Stallone got knocked out in some of the other movies. And so he told him to kind of give him a solid punch. And now Michael B. Jordan says he wasn't knocked out cold, but he got laid on his ass. So I think you can go out and see that on YouTube somewhere. Now, I said earlier, Stallone got snubbed for best supporting actor in this. But one thing that was cool, his longtime rival Arnold Schwarzenegger posted a video on Twitter right after the award show that says, "No matter what they say, you are the best. You are the winner. I'm proud of you." And if you guys know the history of them two back in the 80s, they were always big rivals. So I thought that was pretty cool for Schwarzenegger to do that. I got like 3 pages of notes. I'll leave those alone. Because I could go for another fucking 30 minutes. I love this franchise. Just fucking when he goes to the grave and goes to Paulie's grave and Adrian's grave, I've been lucky enough to go visit all those sites. So I mean, fuck, I feel like I know these bitches. I've seen these movies so many times. Very personal movie to me. They did a great job. I'm gonna shut up because goddamn I could talk 30 more minutes.
I still need to see that, man. I haven't seen it.
Man, this is also the first 4K I ever got, by the way. So,
yeah.
Nice.
Little side note.
Cool.
But
looks better than Brad's Gone Girl.
But
I'm waiting for the 4K. We got to get some Fincher 4Ks. But
Creed 2 was good also. Creed 2 is not as good, but I still love it. I'm a little nervous about Creed 3 without Stallone being in it. Come on. So
he's alive. Put him in it.
Right? How could you not? Somewhere in there.
Well, he kind of fucked his face up, so I kind of understand what's going on with that. Maybe they could doctor it up, though.
CGI that shit.
Yeah. All right. I don't know what the fuck he did. Why he did that shit.
It was around Get Carter when he started getting the face surgeries.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds did that shit too, man.
Yeah, he did.
And somebody else, man. I can't think.
Mickey Rourke. I mean,
Mickey Rourke. That's the one. That's the one I was thinking of. Mickey Rourke.
The worst one.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke just went down to Mexico and had somebody staple like horsehide to his face.
He wanted to be embalmed before he.
I'll never get that shit, man. I just don't understand it.
He had some structural damage to his face from boxing. He did some underground boxing stuff, some bare knuckle crap, and just dumb shit that he was doing. And he also had pro bouts too. Yeah, it was a pro boxer as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is after he became a leading man. He became a boxer and had some pro bouts.
Yeah, there's a really good documentary on him on YouTube that I watched one time, and he kind of went back from boxing to acting a few times.
Yeah, he went back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, he got blackballed from Hollywood for a while from beating up directors and stuff like that. He was just a fucking
he had a reputation for just being not like a character actor difficult to work with, but like I'm going to throw something at your head difficult.
Yeah, well, it's funny because like his comeback movie, if you watch the behind the scenes, The Wrestler, Darren Aronofsky slapped the shit out of Mickey Rourke. This little nerdy dude is just gets in Mickey Rourke's face, slapping the shit out of him. Come on, bring it, Mick. You bring it. Come on. And Mickey Rourke, say what you want about the guy, knows how to box and has a bad reputation of beating people up on sets. And you're just slapping the shit out of him like, whatever. Mickey Rourke did it. That was his Oscar movie. He didn't win the Oscar because he's got that. It's a rep, kind of blackballed from Hollywood. But I think he got a Golden Globe for it. But
yeah, I watched Angel Heart earlier.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
That's 1940s New Orleans,
50s, 40s, something like that. Yeah.
All right, caught up on the chat here. I'm just where we left off at. I'm not sure what Holland's talking about, but
I'll be right back, y'all.
You're talking about the sex box.
Okay, gotcha.
Go past that.
What's going on, Ken? So what's up, guys? Your Next is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Bob's Blu-ray says, man, y'all just keep pulling great movies. Some incredible taste in movies in here. Aaron is probably the second best Final Door ever behind Sidney Prescott.
Bold statement.
She hasn't really been in anything really since.
Is she? Are you talking about the?
You're Next.
Oh, okay. You're Next. Yeah.
I don't think he really
I like
has.
Kind of Evil Dead. I remember you were saying something about her not being Jane Levy, not being in a lot of stuff. She turned 30. I mean, serious. In acting Hollywood, that's kind of
unfortunately, yeah.
You know, unfortunately, that's what she's a great actress. I thought great little actress.
Yep.
Oh no, so yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Your Next. Bob Blu-ray says Ty West takes a crossbow to the face.
Yeah, he does.
Bob Blu-ray says, what's up, Holland? Good to see y'all hanging out. All right, Your Next is okay, but The Guest is really badass. Yeah, I'm a big fan of The Guest. It's a good one.
That's a good movie.
Hey, Bob, you too. I love these live streams. Video Man Gizmo says, love Under the Skin. Wish she was naked all the time in the film. Just my Vietnam, Stockholm Syndrome, Frankenstein head thinking.
Well, there's always rewind.
Yeah, there you go. That pause button.
Right.
Bob's Blu-ray says, Potts Movie Dungeon kicks ass. I'll watch anything he does. I appreciate it, man. Hollow Note says, never seen Under the Skin, but I know Dirk likes the crazy shit. I'm not sure I can handle it.
Dirk, yes, but I know Tony likes that movie a lot. So there you go. If that helps bring the levels.
All right, City says Under the Skin was good, not great, but mid-level media Ken hates the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hollow Note said there's people who would pay good money to get in that van. Yeah, no doubt.
Oh yeah.
Fat Boy Harley, what's going on? It's SPC. Why does the artwork behind you look familiar?
That's from like 1893. It's called The Screen. I can't remember the name of the artist, but Edward Munch.
The signature on it is what makes it.
That's
in there.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got that will to me in his will. How you feeling, Dirk? You doing okay?
Everything's good. Everything's good.
Let me know if it changes. They should actually make a film where someone takes inspiration from how Amber Heard was in court. It would be great. Gone Girl is craziness. It would be Gone Girl and craziness. Said Eubanks says Evil Dead is pretty good. Everything's pretty good. Hollow Note says Creed with arms wide open.
Yep. Exactly. That's the swing and a miss. They didn't put Creed songs in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
That would have put it right over the top.
Right. That's actually pretty funny. I'll give you that.
Why
That
they
was
missed
good.
the Academy Award.
Yeah.
I usually don't take Rocky movies getting fucked with lightly, but that was funny. All right. City Eubanks says Creed, good movie.
You notice that I didn't say shit. I didn't say shit when he pulled Creed. I was over here just.
You were awfully quiet.
I know what'll happen.
Bob's Blu-ray says Creed. Yes, he pulled Warrior and now Creed. The respect I have for this man. Appreciate it, Bob.
This motherfucker got my address, dude. I'm not fucking around.
All right, Video Man Gizmo says, for me, the new wave of horror remakes Evil Dead is on third place. The first is Dawn of the Dead. The second is Hills Have Eyes.
Great real remakes.
Yeah,
I would probably do Evil Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and then and I don't know, Dawn of the Dead would be close to number one. Hills Have Eyes would be three.
If we're talking, like that, my greatest remake of all time to me would be the Thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But Dawn of the Dead, as far as
a remake of a beloved film, The Thing was beloved by John Carpenter, the original, but how many people were like, The Thing from Another World is, what I mean?
I know The Thing's a remake, but in my mind, it's just a thing. I never think of it. I've never seen the old one, but
it's such a departure from the old one. The old one is
it's completely different than the.
They're
they couldn't do shit like that back then. Either. So
it's a fun movie though. But, I mean, it's not the same at all.
No. Yeah, it's a fun watch.
Yeah.
All right. Bob says Stallone was nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in Creed. Michael B. Jordan is directing the third, and they pushed the release to March 2023, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm still going to watch it, but I just hope they don't kill Rocky off. He's gone off somewhere. Who knows? Bob says, speaking of Mickey Rourke, have y'all seen Homeboy? That's a boxing movie. EEG good.
Yeah.
No.
I have seen that.
I have not
seen it.
I've heard of it, but I've not seen it.
It's got a shout select, so you own it, Pops.
Okay, well, there you go. It's on the shelf. I haven't watched it yet.
What's the one with
Shows what I know. Again, he knows more about my fucking collection than I do. How
what's the
sad
one
that
with
is.
Jim Caviezel and Danny Wahlberg?
Donnie Wahlberg.
I mean Mark Wahlberg
Or Mark Wahlberg.
and not Jim Caviezel.
You're thinking about
Not
Passion
Jim
of Christ.
Caviezel. Batman. What the fuck?
Which
The
one?
fucking Batman, dude.
7 guys that play Batman.
Yeah.
American
When
Psycho.
they're
You know that one Batman movie?
not Affleck. I can't think of his name. American Psycho. Motherfucker.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Christian Bale. There we go.
Yeah, we're all movie buffs here.
You guys heard of the Batman?
Spider-Man. The one Spider-Man. The one guy who plays
I
Spider-Man.
don't know. I know the movie.
Marvel I hear about.
Yeah, somebody just said that here, the
Spider-Man
fighter. I
movie.
couldn't think of it, but talking about the fighter.
Okay.
Oh, the fighter. Yeah, that's
That's a good
Darren
one.
Aronofsky
I
was
could picture the
supposed to
movie.
do
I couldn't
that.
think of the name of it.
Yeah.
All right. JS says, "What's up, guys? What's going on, JS?
Look,
K Dog, what's going on? Just popped in. Appreciate you being
better
here, buddy.
not pop out, K-Dog. Stay popped in.
There you go." Matt says, "My
Yeah.
girlfriend went to school with the Fox Killer from Your Next. He went from working at Blockbuster to being in movies." That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Hard life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JS says, "I like Under the Skin. It's not too far out there."
Yeah, man. I mean, you got to watch it about 3 times. You know?
Yeah, I just recently watched it. I'm planning to figure out what it's about maybe next week.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it, you know. But
I'm by the cliff notes.
I don't think you could
Oh.
ruin it.
I don't think you can.
you can ruin it.
You could recite the
break
entire
it
movie to me
down
right now,
so
and I
easy.
still go, eh.
I can break it down.
I'm
so
gonna watch it
easy.
again before I start talking shit about it. I need to watch it one more time.
I liked it. I don't
I mean, I
know.
liked
I
it for
understand people hate it,
One
but
obvious reason, but
I didn't hate it. It just wasn't my favorite. But like I said, I've only seen it once, and I do agree. You probably do need to see it more than once before you really throw an honest
Yeah.
opinion out there.
The special effects in that shit, top notch to
Yeah.
me.
yeah, I'll give him that for sure.
I gotta fucking check this out.
Hooks Pop Culture Cafe says, "Hey fellas, I'm with you, Pops. Rocky is one of my all-time favorite franchises. Rocky was the first movie I bought on DVD."
what's going
Very
on,
nice.
Hook?
Or, sorry, I was on my wrong account for some reason. Okay. All I know it says, "Hey Hook." Matt says, "Bullet is a good Mickey Rourke movie with Tupac." Yeah, I've heard of that one also. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I have seen that. That's got Adrian Brody in it too, and it's got the dude that played Buffalo Bill. He's like
Yeah.
a Vietnam vet brother, walking around in his damn underwears and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that guy's awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
it's-
Ted Levine,
Matt says,
that guy's a great actor.
Ted Levine.
"Oh yeah."
Ted
Ted
Levine.
Levine, he's been in a ton of
Yeah.
stuff, man.
yeah, Bullet's a trip, man.
Matt says, "Spun 2 when he's the meth cook."
Yeah, Spun.
Yeah.
Badass movie. I love
Yeah.
that movie.
Mhm.
All
He's
right.
going
Mod
to buy
Blu-ray
the damn
says,
horns and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a killer remake.
Yeah, I love
Okay.
that.
Mod Blu-ray says, "Don't sleep on that Last House on the Left remake too. Excellent."
Hell yeah.
Yep.
All right. 100% agree, Bob. The original I did not like at all.
Oh shit, man. No, I disagree. The original. Well, I mean, you know,
Wes
No.
Craven.
it's
I
going to
like
hit
both.
different people
I mean,
different ways. So
It's kind of like Evil Dead. It's just a different enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
Are they talking about
good.
the Hillside Eyes?
No,
Last
Last
House.
on
That's
the
how the
Oh, okay.
I didn't like the whole microwave shit. You know,
Yeah, at the very end. Yeah, it was dumb.
that was.
probably would work, but it could have done.
But then in the
maybe-
original, the shit's kind of weird with the wife. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that's fucking weird shit. If y'all haven't seen that, but she starts going down on dude and shit.
yeah. It's a little straw dogs type. Are you into
Right.
this or?
Well, there was a reason for it, but
Yeah. Oh, whatever. Yeah. It's
I mean, bitch, you didn't have to go that far.
All right. Bob Blu-ray says, "I love the original Holland, but I love the remake, and that trailer was so good." Movie Collector Maniac says, "Weird movie, but didn't mind the nudity on Under the Skin."
Right?
Sure.
Yeah. It's a strange one.
That's my favorite Rocky was the one with Tommy Gunn. Oh,
All right. My ring's
man.
outside.
Wow, right
I,
in the nuts.
I can find a reason like all of them. There's parts of that movie I fucking love. It ain't my favorite, but it's still a good movie. People shit on it, but it's a good movie.
A couple of millionaires gonna have a street fight in the streets of Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, come on. When he's laying on the fucking ground and he's fucking flipping out and get up, you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves you. Come on. I got chill bumps just fucking saying it. Come on, man. Badass. All right, Bob Blu-ray's Rocky 5. I'm going to the biggest exploitation festival in the Netherlands in 3 weeks. I'll be having videos on my channel: weed, alcohol, films, and new people.
Okay,
that's a good combo.
Yeah.
Netherlands, a weird place.
All right, all says that agree microwave is dumb, but otherwise. All right, Last House on the Left is too depressing for me to watch it again.
Yeah.
And Bob said, it's not that easy to watch. Matt, if you hadn't seen Revenge yet, check that one out. Revenge is a good one.
Yeah.
I love Revenge.
Which one, though? There's one with Kevin Costner, too, though.
Not that one.
Yeah,
that's a great one, though. No, that's a
I've
great
never seen it, but he's talking about that. Not that
Have you seen that one?
I don't think so. I'd have to look at it and see.
I've never seen that. I know which one it is. I haven't seen it.
It's got
Madeline. I think I've got it in my voodoo.
It's got Madeline Stowe and Kevin Costner, and man, that's some crazy shit too. It's brutal as shit at the end. You wouldn't think that about a Costner flick, but
all right, now check it out. I like Kevin Costner. I haven't seen that. Well, guys, we are up to round 3 here. So, Dr. Ordinary, if you're ready to roll.
All right. So, my number 3 pick is 2011's Super 8.
Oh.
If you haven't seen this movie, this is a phenomenal movie. Basically, you're watching J.J. Abrams' actual childhood. He talks about how he made Super 8 films as a kid, and that's kind of what the story's about. It's about these kids that are making Super 8 films, and then it just kind of goes off from there. It's a collaboration he did with Steven Spielberg. What's kind of cool is one of the behind the scenes I saw that he was talking about. He was a huge Super 8 guy, and he was actually at a festival, and Steven Spielberg's assistant found out about it, and J.J. Abrams ended up being hired to edit all of Steven Spielberg's home Super 8 movies, which is kind of crazy. So the whole thing is basically an homage to them. And why this movie really works is I think it kind of really demonstrates that there's something about nostalgia that works. You know, Alan and I are kind of, anytime we're around talking about movies, sometimes we'll like one of the kids will say, well, you guys just like it because it's a nostalgia movie for you. Here's a movie that was made in 2011 that basically takes all of the 80s nostalgia and packages it into one. I mean, the story is great. The writing is great. A lot of people forget J.J. Abrams really started as a writer. I'm going to push one of Alan's buttons here. A lot of people forget that he was a writer for Armageddon.
There you go.
So he knows how to like incorporate all of these things together. I don't know. The movie is great. There's a train wreck scene right at the beginning of it, which sounds great in Dolby Atmos. But if you listen really closely, J.J. Abrams got the rights, and there's Star Wars sound effects in that train crash scene. So the kids are great. They're actually filming an '88 a Super 8 movie when they're doing it. So it's a fun watch. It's I guess it's nostalgia cheese, but kind of like what Creed does for Alan. It just kind of pushes all your buttons. It's a great story.
Yeah.
Good pick, man. That was on my list too. You know,
that's one I still need to watch, man. I still haven't watched that shit.
It's really good. And J.J. Abrams doesn't make my type of movies, but man, he's great. He's really good. He's a Spielberg disciple, obviously. You know, his movies even feel like Spielberg movies.
Yeah, that's kind of funny because I agree with you. Yeah, because I kind of outgrew him a little bit the more he got into Star Trek and everything. But early on, like movies like this isn't too far from when he did Cloverfield. So I mean, his early stuff he made a lot more movies that were more in tune with what I like.
Yeah, I think it might be a case of the money. Sometimes the money comes and it dilutes the product. Right. And I think that might be with him, but I think he's great. I hope he continues. But it's like Spielberg. I think Spielberg had a set amount of movies he wanted to make, you know, and just decided to be done with it before he got too old. I think might be the same thing.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
He's not that old, but you know.
So does
weird.
Super 8 have the vibes kind of like Stranger Things? Before
Yeah, you know, it's funny that
Stranger Things.
If you watch it, it totally sets up Stranger Things and all of those. I mean, it's a Stranger Things 10 years before Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely. I've been meaning to check it out, but I haven't checked it out yet.
Did you ever see Summer of '84?
Oh yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah,
you know,
same
kids on
vein.
bikes and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Better than that, though.
And Brad, we were talking about Lost earlier. J.J. Abrams, I think that's a Lost is a J.J. Abrams
Yeah, he
property. I think.
He wrote
Bad Robot.
Lost. There was another great TV show out that a lot of people, I don't know if I didn't get a lot, it was called Fringe.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, with Joshua Jackson.
Yep.
I haven't seen that, but I've heard of it. Yeah, but Lost is a great show, Brad. I think you'd probably like it.
Yeah,
I
it's good.
don't know.
It's one of those things I just missed, you know, for whatever reason.
Yeah, I think you'd
it's a
like
good
it, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to move on. It's a good pick, man. You're up, Dirk.
All right. Well, and my third pick is 2015, and that would be Sicario.
Oh yeah.
Good movie.
Oh,
And this might be my favorite steelbook that I have. Believe it or not, I just like that design, man. It's killer.
Looks like the fucking Saints logo. That's why you like it.
And you got the black
collar.
collar going. Oh hell yeah! You know, I'd get this shit tatted on me, man. That's a badass.
It looks like a good test piece.
Yeah, but man, come out in 2015. Had a budget of 30 million, made 85 million. Directed by Denis Villeneuve. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, you said it right.
And he's got Emily Blunt, Benicio del Toro, who is Alejandro. She's playing Kate Macer. Josh Brolin, he's awesome. I mean, this whole cast is kick-ass. We got Daniel Kaluuya. Is that how you say his name? From Get Out?
Yeah, the British guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's just a great cast, and it's a take on like the drug cartels. And I mean, I feel like it's realistic. I've heard other people say it's not realistic at all, but I mean, I guess I don't know. We just eat your popcorn, shut the fuck up. What I say, right? But anyway,
you fuck them, and then you feed them the heads of fish.
yeah, you do that. But man, it's got this line in there. It says, "You are not a wolf, and this is the land of wolves now." That's what Benicio del Toro's character is telling Emily Blunt. And nowadays, man, so many women in movies are like the fucking hero badass, you know?
Yep.
And this movie was like, no, this is fucking reality.
Yeah.
You know, this is really what the fuck would be going down. So
yeah, a lot of
I love that shit, man. I was
Yeah,
like,
a lot of
damn,
people
okay,
feel
well,
it
we're
for
still
casting
doing
that.
shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
But damn near every movie you see nowadays, it's like that, man.
She's Captain America. You know, she holds her own, but you know, she's not the hero. You know.
No, and I'm just saying, most every film now is like the woman's the badass, all the fucking dudes are fucking dumbasses,
Helpless.
and yeah, the woman's got to save their ass. It's like a backwards spin on shit. But this movie's not having none of that shit. Benicio del Toro's character, Alejandro, he is a cold-blooded motherfucker. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great movie, man. I highly recommend it.
It's the dude that directed Blade Runner 2049 and Dune too.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
That guy is phenomenal.
Written by Tyler Sheridan, who wrote.
Oh yeah, the dude from
yeah, I had that on here. Taylor
Tombstone.
Sheridan.
Is it Taylor
Tombstone.
Sheridan? Whatever.
Yeah. Taylor.
He wrote Wind River and Hell or High Water, and obviously the show everybody loves here. That I'm not a big fan of. I'm so tired of hearing about that show. But yeah.
What's that? What show?
I don't fuck that show.
What show are you talking about?
It's Yellowstone. It's a good show. It's a good show.
But Sicario is awesome. And you know what you said about the woman. You know, they bring a woman in as she's a decorated FBI agent. They bring her in, but a lot of people they have issue with it because she's like constantly asking questions. She's, I mean, you know, that's That's what a woman would be doing. She wants to know what's going on, and she's not just she's not some vapid bitch. She's a decorated officer herself. She wants to know what's going on. If it was a man in that role, he'd be like, "Yeah, fuck, we killing guys? What are we doing?" There'd be no story. She has to get the story. You're in her shoes. You get the story right along with her. Right. That's what I thought was so good about it and the way they did it. Because if a regular guy would just be a soldier, not asking any questions, just taking orders, she's questioning everything, and that's how you find out what's going on, little by little, and the way it's revealed and everything.
The writing and the directing, that's one of the few movies I was glued to the whole time.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah. The sound design, everything. Man.
I was just going to say that. The sound design is so fucking ominous. Yep. It's just ominous tones and shit. But just the way they do it, man, the tension is just ratcheted up. Awesome movie.
But yeah, man. I mean, she killed it with her performance too, though. Yeah. I mean, but that what he said to her though, this is the land of wolves. You are not a wolf.
She's got to do a lot in that movie. I mean, she's got a lot of stuff going on in that movie herself. Emily Blunt's really good in it, and
hell yeah,
kudos to her for taking the role and stepping back, and not in that time, like you mentioned, and not being Captain Badass. Right. I'm going to take on the world. She's a chick with problems. And she's just trying to do her job.
Right.
Yeah, great pick, man.
I appreciate it.
All right, Brad, what you got, buddy?
Well, my number 3, same fucking director. Denis Villeneuve, Sicario, Blade Runner, Dune, 2013 Prisoners.
Okay.
I love this. I fucking love this movie. It's another of the asshole puckering variety that Alan loves. Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal. Hugh Jackman plays Keller, the father of a girl that goes missing. His daughter goes missing, and Detective Loki, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, who's assigned to the case. It takes place in Pennsylvania, so I thought this was interesting. It takes place in Pennsylvania, but it's shot in Georgia. They did a really good job of making it look like Pennsylvania. Just a shitty fucking gray, landscape, very much like Ohio, where I'm from. And just it works so well. Again, it's a mystery, but it's basically it's two families that are very close friends. I mean, the husband's the husbands are friends, the mothers are friends, the kids are friends. They spend Thanksgiving together. They're so close. And their two youngest daughters, the same age, they go missing on Thanksgiving Day. Kidnapped, presumed. And what happens is Detective Loki, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, is assigned to the case to investigate it. And Hugh Jackman is not at all happy with the way the investigation is going. It's being handled. He's perceiving it as they're not taking it serious. They have a guy in custody and they let him go. And he's convinced that this man is the perpetrator, and he decides he's going to handle the investigation from now on himself. And it goes obviously into insanely dark territory. Everybody is busting their ass trying to get these kids back, and especially Hugh Jackman blows everybody off the screen in this.
Yeah,
he's acting his fucking ass off.
That's probably his best.
Yeah, I think it's his best acting he's ever done.
Yeah,
this is a guy known to be Wolverine. kind of a pretty boy. Dunce, ex-pretty boy, now older guy, but now he's really showing his acting chops. He was great in Logan also.
Van Helsing.
I never saw Van Helsing. But he's a carpenter, and he decides to give up work to find his daughter. And I can't go into a lot of it because it's spoilers, but I can tell you this. There is evil in this movie that I don't think has ever been duplicated or even close on screen before. This has got to be some of the darkest shit you'll ever see, and it's a mainstream Hollywood movie. They, them, we, the perpetrators, the perpetrator, whoever it may be, whatever may be, the culprit in this, it's some of the darkest shit. It's got to be. Dark ain't the word. Pitch black fucking evil. Check this out. It's a must watch. I'd watch it twice. You notice a lot more. You watch it the second time.
Yeah.
But it's killer. And
I've seen it.
This thing must have got buried in the box office by something else. Like must have been up against like a Marvel movie or something, because nobody's seen this fucking thing. It's badass.
I've seen it a few times.
It won a bunch of awards, but nobody's ever heard of it.
Yeah, nobody's heard of it for some reason. Jake Gyllenhaal is really good in this too, as the detective, very controlled, and he plays it 100% straight. He's not, I can't say enough about it, but I can't say much about it because it is a mystery, heavy spoilers. I don't want it. If you haven't seen it, definitely check this one out.
It's definitely one you want to go in blind as possible.
Yeah,
you don't want to see a trailer even.
Exactly.
Just watch it and enjoy.
Yeah, well, that's a fucking great pick, man.
Hell yeah.
That's an excellent pick.
We haven't picked the same movie yet.
I was just fixing to say that, Dirk. Yes, so far you probably just jinxed us, but
Here it comes.
so far, man.
Ryan's number 3, Prisoners.
No. My number 3 is going to be Ryan Johnson film from 2012 called Looper.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's my favorite actor. He has been since like his early days, but like Brick and everything. But same director as Brick actually. But this one is about his character takes place in year 2074 or something like that. I think. I don't know. It's way in the future. Anyways, he's called a looper, and basically he's like, it's kind of like the mob, where he sends people back in time 30 years to where they didn't have because they have time travel in the future and they didn't back then 30 years before, and so he shoots them back 30 years before and gets there's some hitman there waiting for them to come back through the time portal and to be killed basically, and so then he just gets big paydays every time he does that. And so he doesn't know that he's been assigned to be hit by somebody, and so they send him back in time, but he escapes, and he ends up going back to the future to kind of take care of the people take care of the people that were doing that to him and stuff. So, but then he ends up finding his old self that had been aging for 30 years, and Bruce Willis. So it's pretty cool premise, pretty cool movie. The prosthetic effects to make him look like Bruce Willis is awesome, and he even does like some of the same mannerisms as Bruce Willis.
Yeah, he kills it as Bruce Willis.
Yeah, he does. He really does, and it's got great performances. Jeff Daniels is in here really good. Emily Blunt, Paul Dano, just all around great cast. Always love this movie. Yeah,
Paul Dano is also
one, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Paul Dano's awesome on what?
I gave you something that was yours. You did a great job explaining that, because when he pulled it up, I said, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's a hard one to explain, man. I kudos, man. Yeah. If I knew nothing about that movie, you did a great job explaining that one, man.
Thanks.
That wasn't easy one to get across.
Jeff Daniels just going, I don't want to talk about time travel.
Yeah.
Brian,
from the future, go to China.
All right, so I'm going to do my number 3 here, guys. So this movie here stars, in my opinion, one of the greatest working actors we have out there today. Absolutely love him. He's one of my favorites, and this is a movie called The Equalizer.
Yeah.
I watched it. I rewatched this a couple days ago just to make sure it was going to make my top 5, and it just reassured it. Whatever, this movie is absolutely badass. I put this up there almost with the John Wick category. And this is based on an old 1958 or 1985 TV show. So I do remember seeing the old TV show, but it's been years. I do remember the show, but like I said, this movie here stands great on its own. I don't remember anything about the TV show, but I'm not sure how much they sway away from that. But this here, this had the highest test ratings of any other Sony film ever, or sorry, any other R-rated Sony film. This had the highest test ratings, and this is also the first Denzel movie that had a sequel. Now the sequel's good. I did like the Equalizer Part 2, but this one here is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
It was directed by Antoine Fuqua, which I feel like he's directed some other stuff. Maybe you guys can help me out with that. I didn't look it up.
Training Day, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so it says right here from the director of Training Day. Probably on the fucking cover. That's how much research I did. Had a $55 million budget. It made $101 million, and worldwide it made $192 million. So it did well. Came out September 26, 2014. But if you guys haven't seen the movie, there's like a scene where he goes into a room And
Oh,
basically,
yeah.
the plot of the movie: a man who has put his mysterious past behind him cannot stand idle by when he meets a young girl under the control of a Russian gangster. And so basically, he's a badass. That's kind of retired. He works at a home goods store, like a Home Depot type store. And nobody has any idea about his past. They're always trying to guess what he did in his previous life, stuff like that. Well, he's an absolute badass. He walks in this room, and just the way it kind of zooms in and slows down, he looks at all the little important things of the room and like sets a timer on his watch and takes out the whole room. And it's just badass. Absolutely love it. Rewatching it just reconfirmed it needed to be in my top 5. So that's my number 3.
Hell yeah, man.
Big
Can't
fan of
complain with
this
that one.
Nope.
Love Denzel Washington. He makes every movie better. My opinion.
It even made the intro.
Yeah, amazing how it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that saw the movie and ran right out and got the watch from the movie?
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
You can get these
Man, but this guy, he's so. I mean, like when you see him in his house, you know, he's got everything. He's so. I guess it would be OCD. I guess it is. But he's got one plate, one fork, one knife, one cup. You know, he does the same routine every single day. You know, I don't know. It's just cool as shit.
Oh, it's badass, man. And
and the bad guy in this movie, I don't know the guy's name. I didn't write it down. But the guy that plays the bad guy, the Russian dude, he's a badass too. He's a crazy bitch.
Yeah. It's very
so back and
John
forth between them
Wick-like.
two. Yeah.
Yeah, even Russian
the back and
bad
forth,
guys.
man, was really good between them two.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, when he closes that door though, and man.
Yeah, he goes to walk out and he just locks the door. He's in a room full of Russian gangsters. You know, he just walks out, locks the door on them, turns around. These guys got guns, all kind of shit. Not phased by it.
No,
So,
yeah, he
fun.
actually uses guns in the second one, but he doesn't like guns. Like he refuses. He doesn't use a gun in the whole movie.
Like
I remember. But I like the final sequence in Home Depot. As a former contractor, I love all that stuff. Everything he does when they send the SWAT team in basically to get him. And he's fucking taking them out with like bags of cement and a nail gun and shit. it's killer. Yeah.
Now, Brad, I actually bought this on eBay so I get the slip. And I don't know if you can see it. This slip was like it's been in one of your bins. It's pretty bad. I didn't know how fucking bad shape it was.
God,
it's pretty beat up.
Shit, dude. Fuck. Yeah, I get shit all the time because I like that movie more than John Wick. But it's the better of the two.
It's close. I'm not gonna say I like it more, but it's
Yeah, it's neck and neck between those two.
Yeah.
I will say Denzel's a better actor.
Better actor.
Oh,
and I think the story's better. You know, the world of John Wick is what makes the movie, in my opinion. The underground little,
But as far as the action goes with Keanu, I mean, I kind of give it to Keanu.
He's really good. Don't get me wrong, but he definitely put more work in. But Denzel, man, he
kills it
off.
as far as speaking parts and everything.
That's a tough time between those two, actually.
Yeah, Denzel can talk better than Keanu.
But Keanu doesn't say a lot in John Wick. They use him pretty very stoic.
You're right.
Choreography and shit is badass.
Denzel's got a lot more to say.
That's all him. That's none of that shit. It's you're seeing
his big line is, "I think I'm back," or "I'm back."
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I think I'm back. His crooked ass teeth.
And I'm just gonna beat shit out of
him. Shit.
Yeah.
Y'all don't be shit on John Wick now.
No, but he looked like a damn. He looked like a damn ping pong ball coming off that building and shit.
Yeah, and the third one. Yeah.
All right, let's see where we left off here for the chat, guys. We'll get to that one in just a minute. All right. Bob says, yeah, it's not an easy watch, Matt. If you hadn't seen Revenge, check that one out. And it said, yes, she blows him and bites his dick off.
There you go.
Yeah, Last House.
Mm-hmm.
I think I see that in the trailer.
Yeah.
And Matt says, I can't get into these rape revenge movies. I don't even like Savage Streets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They got some heart faces there for Madeline Stowe.
Yep. Yeah, Revenge for Kevin Costner, Madeline Stowe, I'm telling you.
I wrote it down. I'm going to check it out.
Yep.
Abrams can suck some cow titties and stop destroying my childhood. Overhyped, lost cow sucker with too much ego, but I give him props for it.
You're not a fan of J.J. Abrams, or I'm not.
But
I like the
8 was
Star
good.
Wars. Even
He
like the Star
likes
Wars.
to reboot everything. I mean,
Yeah. You don't get to pick your movies as a director. They pay you to do them. You know?
right.
What's up, Jerry?
Oh, Jerry.
Here. Bob saying hey to Jerry. Back to Bob. Our Bob says, Lost Stars Matthew Fox. Brad, I know you said you liked him in Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Great Lost. That's a great cast across the board, though.
Oh, yeah. All right, Video Man Gizmo says, Sicario is great. Love the tension in it. Yeah. Do a good job with it. Movie Collector Maniac. Sicario is good, and I have that steelbook. It's nice.
Hell yeah.
Jay says, Sicario's fire. It doesn't wimp out at the end.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Can't you be committing suicide?
Yeah, I think that's the movie that brought Benicio back. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our Bob says, the opening scene of Sicario is great. It sets you up for the level of intensity to speak the rest of the movie.
Hell yeah.
Bob Blu-ray says, I already struggle to watch everyone's videos, but I'm subscribing to all of y'all. I don't catch many live streams, but y'all are great. Appreciate it, Bob.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
we had said it, guys, but subscribe to everybody on everybody's face y'all see here.
Make sure you subscribe to my channel.
Yeah.
I was just going to say.
he's got some more packing
great.
videos.
Got more packaging videos coming up.
Yeah.
I got a
There's a
cease
few
and desist from a cease and desist letter from USPS
Yeah.
for my videos, so I had to take them down. Threat of litigation. So
I got a fucking email today from a video I did 1 year ago. It was the second video I put up. It was a review of Snatch. And I did put some video clips out there. them some bitches sent me a letter saying this isn't a copyright strike, but I think it was Sony is going to be reviewing the video, the analytics, whatever, and they're going to probably take over the whatever money you make from the video. Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but this video's got 128 views. I maybe made 7 cents on this video, if that. I think I'm going to be okay if they take that money.
Yeah.
So
We got to take
why
that.
the fuck they go back to a video from a year ago? They only got 128 views and go through the trouble of looking at the analytics. Just I
Easy,
don't know,
Tiger. Now, if Sony goes under, I know who to blame.
right.
Yeah.
fuck Alan.
Fucking YouTube's always looking for Snatch.
Right.
Did you say it was Snatch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube's always looking for Snatch.
Okay. They're looking for Snatch.
Here they'll question my Snatch review.
That's a whole different YouTube channel. I'm here to review.
This kind of off the subject a little bit. I just want to get this out there. Fuck Diabolic.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 All right.
I
We're done.
I agree with
That
you.
was, that was random. Did they fuck you ever again, Dirk?
Oh man, no, not really. I just went back and forth with old fuckhead over there, Jesse.
Oh yeah.
There's some emails. He's a piece of shit. Fuck him.
You should feed them the heads of fish.
Yep, just because
Yeah.
you're the head of a fish.
We'll be dining on fish.
Yeah.
All right.
He can suck
All
a
right,
fat
Callum, what's
dick and
going
eat
on,
a fat pussy. How about that?
There you go.
And so with that, it's time to put the women and children to bed.
Alan just goes,
All right,
and this concludes the top 5.
And cut.
Yeah, check our Instagram for the other ones. Fuck it, we're out of here. All right, Kyle said tough year. Bob Blu-ray says I haven't seen Sicario yet, but I have the steelbooks, and Emily Blunt is perfection. I love Emily
Dude,
Blunt.
stop what you're doing. Stop watching this dumbass fucking stream. Go watch Sicario. What are you doing with your life,
Right.
Bob?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Badass
Yeah.
movie.
You
Yeah,
won't
no
be
doubt.
disappointed.
All right, Jason, I saw Sicario in a super shady theater, and I was paranoid as fuck on the way home.
Yeah, I would have been too. Shit, I saw it at
All
home.
note
And I was
says, hell yeah,
paranoid.
prisoners. What's up?
Yeah.
I saw it at home and I was paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad, you're right about Prisoners, man. Prisoners is dark as shit, man. And
Yeah, it is. It's a dark
and-
ass movie.
I'm back and forth whether that's his best performance or not. I love Logan. I love the way his acting role in Logan, but I could arguably see that being his best performance.
Yeah,
I think it's definitely Gyllenhaal's best, I think.
Gyllenhaal is
Yeah.
doing. It's trying. It's just tough to hold your own with Jake Gyllenhaal's this pretty boy, you know.
Right.
And you're in there with Hugh Jackman, who's like 50 at this time, been in everything, and he's really Hugh Jackman going for it, trying his ass off. it's tough to not to look good. It's like Hell or High Water with Ben Foster and Chris Pine.
Right.
What the fuck's Chris Pine going to do? He's playing side by side with Ben Foster. He's going to look like, he's not going to look near as good, just by comparison, acting wise. Modeling be a different story.
Gyllenhaal's really fucking good in Nightcrawler though too.
Fuck
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
dude, that was.
What's that recent one that he was in?
That was in my top 10.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler.
911 guy or something.
911 guy.
Have y'all seen that one?
oh yeah, I have seen that one.
Just him in a room on a phone.
That's an intense ass movie.
good ass
Oh, yeah,
I can't remember what it's called. I watched it on stream.
I haven't seen that.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's good. I can't remember what it's called. I watched that a few months back. Really good.
It's not very old. It just came out.
Netflix movie or something.
Yeah, I
If
think it's a
anybody
Netflix
hasn't seen
movie.
Nightcrawler, if anybody hasn't seen Nightcrawler, this is the time. See it.
Yeah.
See Nightcrawler. It's a really good flick.
Yeah,
Nightcrawler's
Nightcrawler's
good, too.
All right. Hello says hell yeah to Prisoners. And Prisoners is his best work and the best American thriller for the last 12 years at least. Only 2 films I like from the director, but I love this too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
you
don't know. His best performance might be Bubble Boy though, man. To be honest.
God damn it, Dirt.
I was gonna say Donnie Darko, but
Donnie Darko. Yeah.
He was great in City Slickers.
Yeah.
One City Slickers like his first thing he ever did.
Oh yeah, he's in the classroom that one scene.
Yeah. He's popping his shoulder there at the party.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Or,
This whole thing went downhill quick.
all right. City Ubay says, Prisoners, no words to explain. Let's explain the movie. Bob Blu-ray says, Prisoners is a damn good movie. Everybody's loving Prisoners. Well, rightly so. Sydney says, Hugh Jackman's greatest performance outside of X-Men. I have Prisoners in my collection. Yeah, that's one you gotta
It's
have.
funny. It's like everybody that, it is not a pleasant movie. It's heinous. There's heinous shit happening in this movie. Dark. It's not. There's
It's
nothing
dread.
fun about it. But
Dread City.
People watch it over and over again because it's done so well, and the way it plays, and like the performances. Like I said, Hugh Jackman is going all over the place emotionally. You believe him 100%. I mean, what's happening on screen? So.
Yeah, that's a good point because it's kind of like when I was talking about Cold in July. When I first started watching it, it's hard not to see Hugh Jackman as Hugh Jackman in a movie, but you quickly forget. I mean, he's that character. You forget that you're looking at Hugh Jackman. That good. Because a lot of times you're that top billing of an actor, no matter what they're playing. I think that's what happened with like Al Pacino.
Yeah,
they're always going to be their entity, not the character they're playing, but not with this movie.
Yeah, you see the actor instead of the character. You see the actor instead of the character. And this is one of the ones where it's like, this is a big star. It's been in everything, and he's playing a character role basically.
Yeah, you're like damn, did that happen to him? Because
And not only that, his friend Terrence Howard. I had to look his name. I couldn't remember his name, but Terrence Howard does a great job with his reactions of how he reacts to what's going on. I feel like it's very realistic of how one of us would react in the same kind of situation.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, settle down.
Yeah, Terrence Howard's just going, "Are you kidding me? We can't do this. What are you talking about?" And then he's like, "Well, you're right. We probably should do this." And his wife is just going, "You're doing this."
I thought they cast that well by putting Terrence Howard in that.
Terrence Howard and his wife, I keep forgetting her name. She's very good.
I can see her face. I can't remember.
Yeah, she's been in a bunch of stuff, but she's got the dick and balls in the family. And she's just basically pushing Terrence Howard, just going, "Hey, he's right. I got news for you. He's right, and you're doing it." Once she finds out. So, yeah. For the 5 people that haven't seen that movie in the chat, apparently everybody seems to have seen it. God, if you haven't seen it,
anything we showed tonight, if y'all haven't seen that one, I would recommend that one probably higher than anything else we've seen so far. So we talked about so far, in my opinion. Besides maybe Creed. If you haven't seen Creed yet, you can check that one out.
If you're not familiar with the band,
Under the Skin, man. Under the Skin.
Creed. Check them out. They're really good.
Colin says the Equalizer, Dadushka. I looked that up. Whatever that means, grandfather. I think is what it stood for. That's not what I thought it stood for. Well, he said it in a derogatory way, but it basically said grandfather. Unless I'm wrong about it, let me know, Holland. When I did my research, I didn't write it down, but when I did my research on it, whatever, that's what I seen the Dushka said. Grandfather or granddad or something like that. All right, Hall Note says great Home Depot commercial. Yeah. Get more as hell with a nail gun. Movie Collector Maniac. Denzel was good in that movie as he usually is.
Mhm.
I can't think of a Denzel movie that I didn't like his performance at least. You know.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen an old movie with him and John Goodman called Fallen?
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
The Fallen.
That's a great
awesome.
Yeah.
I hate that fucking book of Eli. I don't care how
Really?
good he was.
I've
I
never
hate it.
seen it.
Yeah. You know, I watched that in theaters. I never went back and rewatched it again.
I have
I like it.
So I'm
never
gonna have to
been
agree.
so
That's probably my
close.
least favorite Denzel movie, but I
Yeah,
didn't
I
hate
have
it.
never been so close to walking out
Um,
of a fucking theater.
I never heard anything
Yeah.
good about it, but still have never seen it.
I've seen it in theaters. I never bought it, and I never rewatched it. That should tell you something. But
You ever seen this fucking movie, Ricochet?
Yeah.
Ricochet is
yeah.
a great movie.
Ricochet.
I love that
Shit.
fucking movie, man.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah, I forget.
Oh,
Damn,
yeah.
that's a gem there. I haven't seen that movie in a long fucking time.
Fucking
Yeah.
snapper case.
Sweet
Yeah.
ass snapper.
Yeah, John
Yeah,
Lithgow was great in it too.
Ricochet is a shit now. Yeah.
I'm writing that down. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna find that again.
I went to a movie theater we had where I lived, and they showed a double feature, and it was Ricochet and a movie called The Last Boy Scout. It was the first
Yeah,
time I
yeah.
ever
Oh,
yeah.
Bruce
talk
Willis.
about two good movies that I've never heard of. I'm like, where the hell have these movies been?
Right. Hell yeah.
All right, last
What
boy
was
Scout.
Bruce Willis opening line?
Harrison.
He's like, "What'd you do last time?" He's like, "I think I fucked a squirrel to death." Those kids put a dead squirrel in his car.
I mean, it's a great
Andrew
Bruce Willis
Dice Clay
movie.
in that?
Yeah, Wayne plays football.
It's got a young Daniel Harris in it too.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. His daughter. Yep. And she's a little smartass in that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
But all right. Equalizer, awesome. Then they'll watch an awesome actor. Bob Blu-rays pops is 3 for 3 with his pulls. I appreciate it. All notes laughing at Brad. There's no telling. No telling what you're laughing at. I'm sure it was all funny. Anthony's Horror Morris and hey fellas.
And
Back to Anthony. Bob saying hey to Anthony. All right. Sorry, guys. I jumped around here a little bit. And Anthony, I'm not sure if I said hello, but appreciate you being here, buddy. I'm going to jump back to that one. JS says, my favorite Denzel film is Man on Fire. Another good one. I like that one. I like that one more than the original.
Yeah.
I love his Manchurian Candidate remake.
Oh, Manchurian Candidate. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really well done.
All right, we got the Denzel stream going on now.
There you
That's a
go.
Denzel stream now.
Beat me to it. I'll fix to say it. Write that down, Brad. Hollow Note says, yeah, Brad, I like the fact that he's unassuming, whereas Wick he's a big name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good example of be careful who you fuck with, because he looks like the average Joe drinking his tea in the fucking coffee shop, you know. And you know, you learn the hard way that maybe you shouldn't have fucked with him, and you never know. So that's a good example of that.
Comes in there to play Captain Save-A-Ho and buy this horse freedom, and they laugh in his face.
She's prostituting him. He's worried about her sugar intake.
Yeah, stop eating all that garbage.
You're fine with sucking dick, but leave the sugar alone.
Right. What are you doing to yourself? Come on.
Anyway. All right, Anthony Sawyer Moore says, hey to Bob. A PR movie elite. Hi, everyone. Appreciate you being here. All right, Anthony says, nobody ever talks about it, but I actually love the music of John Wick a lot. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell
Yeah, I was talking about that the last stream whenever I pulled John Wick 2. And yeah, the music is fantastic. It really is.
Anthony's he's a big fan of B-side Marilyn Manson. You know, it's like they got every Marilyn Manson B-side song and just went, let's keep cramming them in. It does work. Don't get me wrong, but I just thinking, where the fuck did they even find this? Where does that song even come from?
All right, boss says, damn, holy cow, what happened with Diabolic? Hot damn, haven't ordered from him yet, but I love Grindhouse Video. Ooh.
Oh,
wow.
no,
Yeah.
fuck Grindhouse Video. That's the one you should.
Bob, you might be on the
never
wrong
order.
stream for that one,
Yeah.
buddy.
yeah.
Not too many fans of Grindhouse Video here. We've all pretty much, or at least I know I've boycotted his ass.
Talking the
Over
bear.
Grindhouse Video about a year ago. I don't order shit from him anymore.
Yeah. I made my last purchase. I told Jesse about it. I said,
I wouldn't piss on that guy from Grindhouse
Yeah.
Video if he was on fire.
damn,
Fuck
Yeah.
him.
if his teeth was on
I'd buy
fire.
stock in Voodoo and go full on streaming before I bought anything else from him. So, but anyway, that's for another stream.
God bless.
I just
Bob's going, goddamn, is there anyone y'all like?
I just fucking kill him and take all
Great
his
guy.
fucking movies.
What you don't know is we've got him backstage right now. Let's bring him on.
I'd buy my movies from Barnes and Noble before I bought from Grindhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a low blow.
Cold shit.
And I gave him a lot of fucking money during the pandemic. A lot of fucking money.
You know what he
Most of
told
my
you
Screen
to do?
Factor shit came from him.
You know what he told you to do? Go fuck yourself. Cancel.
Yeah,
your
fuck
orders.
you and your money.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't need your damn money, buddy.
Hall note says ambulance. Yeah, that was a good
Do
one.
you need one?
Ambulance.
Or wait, 911 guy. Damn, maybe he does.
What?
I think some of that Gyllenhaal movie.
Yeah, he's
I was
trying.
talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Michael
Hall
Hall.
notes the guilty.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Is it the guilty? Is that what it's called?
I
It was a
think
good movie. It was a.
It's
I
just
enjoyed
him in a fucking room on a phone, and it's
Yeah,
great.
he does a hell of a job.
You wouldn't
Kind
think
of like
that
that,
should be good.
like that Ryan Reynolds movie where he's buried. It's just Ryan Reynolds in a box the whole time.
It's
Yeah.
called Buried.
But the,
Yeah,
the
it's all
shit
very
that's
good.
on the other end of that phone, it's intense, man.
Like phone booth.
Kind of. No, not to that. It's better than that shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've seen
Yeah,
that.
Gyllenhaal's best is Brokeback Mountain. Brad, I think that falls into the category you were talking about earlier, that genre.
Gay cowboys eating pudding.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh, that's one of those ass puckering movies you were talking about.
Yeah, it is.
That's I can't think of the phrase.
That's an ass
All right.
unpuckering movie. It's an ass gaping movie.
All right, moving on. All right. JS says, if the doc brought up Golden July props, I must have missed the part of the stream. Great movie. Yeah, that was his first pick, man. Golden July.
Yeah.
That's the first one I wrote down on my list there. I'll check if I can see that. Anthony's Horror Morris says Gyllenhaal's best performance is Nightcrawler. He's fucking insane in that movie.
Great movie.
Yeah,
Can't
he's
argue with
definitely
that.
slimy
He's a-
bitch in that movie
yeah.
for sure.
Book
I would almost, man. Bubble Boy though is fucking awesome.
He's sticking with his bubble.
That's the fucking wait till later when it's that group of years. He's
You're
gonna
gonna
take
make me pull Bubble Boy off the shelf.
Wait for Brian to pull it.
Damn.
You know I got that shit.
All right. Hollow Note says, yeah, I think that is correct. Pop's calling Denzel old.
Shit, he probably is old. He's probably
I would
60.
imagine. He's been
Yeah, he's
asking
gotta
for a
get-
while.
He don't look.
Gotta
He
be
don't
at
look
least-
60 though. You know.
Yeah. Book of
I
Eli
agree
was
with you.
brutal.
I
Yeah.
agree with you, Jay.
Look at Eli, man. I
It
like
was
that
brutal
shit.
to watch.
You got a blind dude, you know, that memorized the damn Bible.
He's shooting
Yeah.
people. He's shooting people in the movie. He
Yeah.
shoots a cat. He's blind.
Yeah.
You know, I just I get it. The higher power, all that.
Yeah.
Watching
well,
in the theaters, I've sat
you
there
know,
with my
you know
hands
the
on the armrest
extra
like this. Like I'm,
senses, you know
I'm
how that
leaving.
shit goes.
yeah, I know how. When you're blind, you can shoot people with guns. I know how. it
Right.
works.
You're hearing and
You can go.
mail and all that good shit, you know.
Yeah.
Fat Boy Harley says carbon copy with Denzel. Carbon copy. How much have I seen carbon? I don't think I've seen carbon copy.
No. Oh
I
yeah.
don't think I've seen that
Or
either.
he's probably talking about how John Wick and the Equalizer are so similar.
Okay.
No, there's a movie called Carbon Copy with Denzel and
Maybe.
George Segal.
Okay.
I haven't heard of it.
It's
Okay.
got
I'm
a
writing down
Shot
just in
Factory-
case. Yeah.
It's got a Shot Factory Blu-ray.
It's on your
So
shelf, Alan. Brian knows.
So
They're
Alan's
to
got
the
it.
right.
Not a shot factor.
To be
Shot
honest,
Factor.
to be honest with Denzel though, I think his best performance to me is Training Day.
Yeah.
He's really good in it.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Got to give you that.
I mean, he's playing the villain in that shit, and I think it's the only time he played a villain in it.
I like the Kurt Russell Training Day better. Dark Blue. If anybody's seen Dark Blue, there's an error release.
Yeah, I've seen Dark Blue. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Jay said, Carbon Copy is a rough Denzel movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote it down. I'm looking it up. Movie Collector says, I forgot about Ricochet. Yeah, I did too, man. Appreciate you showing that one. I'm going to have to put that one down.
yeah. Lithgow's a son of a bitch in that movie.
I think it's only got the DVD, man. I don't know.
Hollow Note says, worst Denzel movie I've seen are probably Book of Eli, even though I enjoyed the movie, and the Magnificent Seven remake.
I still haven't seen that.
Yeah, neither. Video Man Gizmo says no. Training Day is his best role in movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
You
Man
wanna
on
go to
Fire
war or
is
go home?
badass, so Man on Fire is the shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to do a Denzel stream titled "The Best of Denny." Yeah, that'd be a fun stream.
Oh,
Denny's Grand Slam.
Denny's Grand Slam.
All right, Jay says buried is solid. All right, Video Man Gizmo says, yeah, the ass of Gyllenhaal is so perfect in Brokeback Mountain, just a tasty sack of shit. Jesus Christ. All right, JS says, I thought you guys were talking about the Seinfeld Bubble Boy.
Ain't there a John Travolta?
Yeah, John Travolta, the boy in the plastic bubble.
He's okay. Why do y'all hate Grindhouse so much? What happened? Brad? Anybody? That's probably a 15-minute conversation, but I'll keep it brief as I possibly can.
For an hour. There's been numerous issues with the guy. He's just a fucking asshole. But it started with the arrow sale he did a couple years ago. He had this big, huge arrow sale, and it was very, very successful. People bought like fucking crazy from him. He hadn't even ordered the product yet. So the sale went live. People ordered and ordered and ordered. Then he ordered all the product in November or something like that. And of course, it took forever to get there. Everybody was going, where's 6 weeks go by? People are going, where's our stuff? Where's our stuff? He goes on YouTube and basically tells everybody to go fuck themselves. I don't want your money. Just cancel your fucking order. He's like got a meth pipe in his mouth, basically. He's just a fucking asshole. He's a piece of shit.
And he does a live stream every Sunday night, and every single live stream, he's poor me. My job sucks. Y'all don't understand how stressed I am. I hate doing this shit. And it's basically like we're all idiots, and he just hates his job. I was like, well, fuck you. I don't have to give you any more money, though. After about 5 streams of that shit, I gave up on it.
We can
and
cure
then
that.
all the arrow shit happened, and I just said, peace out, I'm done.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
In a nutshell.
I will say, though, that his packaging was great. Whenever I did order from him, the packaging always came in great. Always came in fairly quick, except for that arrow sale. But he was not a good person. I thought he was an asshole.
It's how you handle it. When there's a problem and you handle it like a fucking baby. He handled it like a fucking brat.
I don't have an answer for
yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, so we could go on and on about who this shit is. It's just typical.
Yeah, like that's almost another stream in itself. But
and there's a lot
of people that feel that way. It ain't just what you see on the stream. I've heard a lot of other people say the same thing. But like I said,
he used to operate in Tampa until I fucking kicked his ass to Tennessee.
Yeah. You know, there's another guy, and again, I'm not his biggest fan either. Mark from Orbit. Mark had a huge sale. It was like 1,000 orders in one weekend. They all went out Monday morning. So, and Mark's, I think he's like, from somebody told me he had a stroke. He's not got all of his faculties, whatever, all this shit. Dude got all the orders out. So,
well, I can tell you all the money I used to give Grindhouse, I now give to Orbit. I buy 90% of my stuff from Orbit. Now, like that Brian that's a good recommendation, deep discount, that's other shit, whatever. But most of my orders, Orbit is where I'm starting at. Then I go from there.
Well, because they package well, you're going to get your shit.
They do pack well. They charge a little more. They do pack well. If you want imports, I think that's probably the best place to go.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. Fuck Diabolic too.
Diabolic, Jesse and Mike are they're one and the same. They're buddies. They rep each other.
I'd rather not know any of these fucking guys because once you know them, you want to get all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. CDU Bank said 2 greatest Denzel movies is Malcolm X and Training Day. Yeah, I haven't seen Malcolm X in a while, but I remember it being good. But man, Training Day is up there, probably number 1 for me. I haven't been ordering from Grindhouse for long, but I've already given him like $2,000 in the first few months. Who do y'all like ordering from if you hate Jesse and Mike? Like for me, it's Orbit. Orbit. I do get stuff from Diabolic. I ain't never had any problems with them personally. So I do still use Diabolic quite often. I mean, I get a lot of my pre-orders from them, but just because I'm impatient as hell, and they always got them up first, it seems like. But
Bull Moose and deep discount.
Well, he shit the bed on the Witch release. Yeah. For me anyway. I've seen all y'all get y'all shit, and I'm sitting there 2 weeks later.
Well, my dumbass got one from Diabolic, and I got one from everybody. Make sure I get
Alan got 3 of the bitches in before Dirk got
gonna
one.
make sure he got He got him one.
My dumbass ordered 2 by mistake and then sold one to Brad. But I got one from Diabolic and forgot, and I got one straight from fucking whatever the fuck
I'm a sellout fucking whore, and I order from Amazon mostly. Now I will order from Deep Discount, Bull Moose, several other places, but I order from Amazon mostly because if there's a problem, which a lot of times people say, "Oh, I order from all this and a bubble mailer's fine." I have shit broken all the time. And I lived in multiple different areas. I still have problems with USPS, whatever. So when shit's broken, I go to Amazon, no questions asked. Another one's sent, the other one goes back. That's why I order from Amazon. Yeah, are they satanic fucking overlords? Sure. But my physical media, I could order 50 and they would just keep sending me more. I recently ordered the Synapse of Tenebrae. My first one came destroyed. I contacted them. A day later. Another one's on my fucking porch.
Yeah,
and it's in perfect condition. It's done. But they could have done it 10 times. No question.
You'll see what happened to that fucking copy of Gone Girl.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Well, the point I'm making is, if you go to these boutique guys and there's a problem, like if you go to Orbit and there's a problem, it's a pain in the fucking ass to deal with them. They want 10 emails back and forth, pictures, all this shit. Amazon, no questions asked. Oh, just here, send it back to us for free. We're going to send you another one. The second you put it in, they'll start sending you another one.
Yeah, they're not going
to wait for theirs to come back, and they'll go ahead and send you another one. If you never send them theirs back, they'll just charge you for 2.
Shit, you don't
they
even
want a sperm sample, some blood, fucking hair from your children, and all kinds of shit.
I get supporting these boutique guys, but I did it many times, and I had fucking problems. And when I did have problems, emails after emails back and forth, I just don't have time for that shit. So that's why I took my dollars to Amazon, Deep Discount, these other guys, these discount retailers, and it's worked out well.
And the way they talk to the people, man, it's a big part of it. It's the whole fucking attitude.
If you're at a boutique label, you can't afford to piss off the few
customers. I want boutique. If I'm paying boutique prices, I want boutique service.
Right.
I don't want DMV service for boutique prices.
Right.
Yeah. And they're like, fuck you. Buy me, fuck you.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. All right, 65, because y'all first getting on a roll there. I can see that going for 10 more minutes.
We got the fucking torches hanging out. Like,
Brad's going, fuck them. Dirk's going, fuck them.
Alan just mutes me and Dirk. All right, moving on. Just keep going.
Her mentality just went crazy.
Everybody's waiting for the third pick or the fourth pick.
Goddamn, y'all hurry up. Fuck.
6 hours later. One more time. Fight up.
Philadelphia Denzel's best. And y'all got Brad's fucking address if y'all need to hear more about any of those companies. He'll be glad to help y'all out. All right, Video Gizmo says, I was thinking if all you order my films from Diabolic DVD, I will probably get enough income to buy myself a Pepsi and pizza for your next show.
Oh, great. Check those out.
Bob's Blu-ray says, someone said something about Buried. That's my favorite movie ending ever. Is that the movie with Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
That's a fucking great ending. It's if you're claustrophobic, man, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
But I like it.
That shows his skill, that movie.
Yeah. Anybody that could be like really the only actor in a movie and pull it off, cast away that, it's impressive, man. All right. Us in Europe, most like Diabolic to get many releases from America that is not shipped from Amazon. They are crazy expensive on shipping.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Dia Katana 65. Groove is owned by Universal, so they sell their movies cheap. There, check it out. I know Bob is a self-proclaimed slipcover whore like I am. And when you go to Groove, more likely you're not going to get a slipcover for the most part.
Yeah.
I did get that kick-ass Albert Hitchcock set.
I got that too.
Yeah. Yep. Well, Brian hooked me up he told me about it, so I got that shit for the
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that was cheaper than I got it for on damn Prime Day. That was a hell of a deal. All right.
Yeah. Buy us, fuck you. Send me some free shit or fuck you.
One last thing about this Grindhouse piece of shit.
No, give it hell, son. I'm done with the comment. You do your thing.
This guy
grind on the grind.
Opened a fucking boutique media, physical media store.
What really grinds your gears?
Like, if this job is too stressful for you, I mean, maybe you should file for disability. I mean, you have a dream job. Most people would kill for that job.
Oh shit!
To work in a physical media store and sell movies all day. And buy movies
man. That's what aggravates me. Yeah.
And you're sitting there pissing and moaning about it, and you're successful at it. Obviously, it makes a lot of money. Makes some money. You're living off of it. That's really, and you're bitching to people that are supporting you. You're bitching to people that would like to be in your shoes, that work regular jobs. I mean, it just, everything about that guy.
Well, and that was like, and maybe you're miserable because you've pissed off the people that are supporting you.
Yeah.
Right. So you're getting bombarded with messages,
when you're trying to do
it all because you're selling too much product. Yeah, I mean, that's usually, that's usually not a problem.
Yeah.
Well, and he'll say shit in streams. Like the last time he did this, last time he had a problem with it, he said, I took Saturday off for a mental health day. I did nothing on Saturday. Like, you got fucking tens of thousands of dollars worth of orders to ship out. You weren't in there boxing shit up for Monday. Like, are you kidding me, man? And he'll say those sales are the only thing that keeps him going. Mm-hmm. But all he does is bitch about. I mean, come on, man. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
You cut off the heads of fish and then make him eat them.
Right.
So, Dr. Ordinary, you are up, buddy, with your number 2. And I hope you didn't buy this motherfucker from Grindhouse Video.
If you got this from Grindhouse, kick me out of the stream.
No, I got this directly from Diabolic and Grindhouse together. My number 2 pick, it's probably come as no surprise to Alan, but it's 2015's Mad Max.
Oh yeah,
Fury Road.
Hell yeah!
Now, I went into this movie not really sure what to expect, and it wasn't. It grows on you. I wasn't a huge fan of this movie right off the bat. But even from the beginning of it to the end of it, I really started to like it. And on every rewatch, I liked it even more and more. Crazy. This movie never really should have been made. If you read about it or if you watch all the behind the scenes, George Miller envisioned this in 1987 right off the bat. He wanted to make this movie. And then it went into whatever they call developmental hell. But the plan was to have Gibson be in it. And then there was 9/11 and then studio bankruptcies. And then Mel Gibson became a pariah in Hollywood. And so it never, ever got made. But apparently he had always wanted to make this movie. And it's got an all-star. You've got Tom Hardy. You've got Charlize Theron. It's just a great flick. Visually stunning. The sound is incredible. I love this movie. And apparently, apparently Tom Hardy, and I didn't know this until I just read about this, but Tom Hardy's a character actor. And apparently he's kind of like just to a fault almost. And I guess he did not get along with George Miller and he did not get along with Charlize Theron. And there's a scene where they're fighting and apparently they're really kicking the shit out of each other because they just hated each other.
Damn.
During the whole thing. Yeah. So, it's a great movie. It's another movie. If you go back and watch it, this is kind of what I love about it. There's a lot of like social and political commentary in it. But again, and I've said this before about other movies, but it's really clever because it's not your face isn't rubbed in it.
Right. Real subtle.
It's real subtle, but it's there, and you're kind of like, oh shit, all right, that's kind of really clever the way that they're like getting around these issues. And everybody said that this movie was going to be a huge failure. Because it never should have been made for all the problems that it had. And then it goes on to be like nominated for 10 Academy Awards. Just a great movie. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's a fun watch.
Yeah, it's an adrenaline ride for sure. It's
big, huge budget. It's strange that it got made the way what you keep saying about it getting made because it's a huge budget. You got huge talent in it at the time. And this guy has not made a movie in how many decades?
Yeah, and think about it. The last movies this guy made was Babe and Babe 2.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he goes on to
he storyboarded this whole movie before he even wrote the script. Because he had a visualization of how he wanted it to be made. I thought that was kind of interesting.
He knew right away like he wanted to make this movie, and it was just never going to happen. And then than it did, and everybody just kind of kept shitting on him basically the whole time he wanted to make this movie.
The
including
people were
Tom
like,
Hardy.
Mel Gibson's
Apparently Tom
not
Hardy
in
didn't
it.
get along
You
with him
know,
either.
there's a million reasons to hate it, but it's not a Mad Max movie. It's a Furiosa movie, essentially.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Mad
exactly.
Look
Max
at the cover. You see her face first. Yeah.
Right.
Tom Hardy's kind of in the background.
And I
You know,
think
you don't
that's why
think
people
about-
hate on it. And I honestly went into it initially kind of ready to hate on it too, until I realized that, all right, it's kind of its own thing. In fact, they're doing a Furiosa prequel. It's coming out in 2024 or something like that.
Oh,
It's going to
shit.
be, I like,
Yeah.
I'll check it out for sure. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I went to the theater for sure on that Fury
Yeah.
Road, man. It was awesome in the theater. IMAX. Hell yeah. That's one
badass.
definitely, man.
And it's
Cinematic.
funny because like Tom Hardy, for whatever reason, he can't project his voice. I don't know if he just can't be. He's not very loud.
Yeah.
And you watch the movie, and he's almost like growling, you know. And it's like that. I think that threw a lot of people off. Like when they leave the theater, they're going, "What the hell?" You know. You think you're going to see one thing, and it's a totally different thing.
Right.
And Tom Hardy's just like a character that's
Yeah, it's
really
definitely one of
strange.
those movies that it deserves a rewatch if you weren't a huge fan. Because I'll be the first person to admit that's why it's my number 2, because it's a movie that I never thought would have made like a top 10, one of my top 10 lists, and you know, here it is. The more I watch it, it just keeps moving up and up and up.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's highly rewatchable for sure.
Oh yeah,
The story is. There is no story. It's very,
Yeah.
very limited
Oh,
story.
yeah. It's all
Yeah.
about the car chase.
We go
and the
here, we
action
come
and the-
back.
Yeah.
right.
You know,
Yeah, exactly. We're going to pick up
journey
some
is
gas. We'll be right back.
80% of the effects are all practical effects,
Yeah.
which is kind of neat.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
You know,
But yeah, man,
so-
that's a
Yeah.
great pick, man.
yeah, I remember
Oh,
somebody
yeah,
was
it's one of
saying
my
it was 100% practical effects. I was like, "Oh, that nuclear storm, that was so." Where did they shoot that at? Middle Earth.
Right. Los Alamos.
I heard on a special feature that George Miller, it's like 110 degrees out. He never took that fucking leather jacket off the whole time.
And that's what pissed Tom Hardy off. Take your damn jacket off.
Take that fucking jacket off, man. He's
Yeah.
like 70 some years old. He's out
Oh
there
yeah,
in the desert in a damn leather jacket.
yeah.
Tom Hardy done popped up in a few movies tonight.
Yeah.
He was big in this
Yep.
time. You know?
He was
Yeah,
hitting
this
pretty
really
hard
was. Yeah,
these
he
years.
was kind of when he was coming into his prime.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess he's got like a Daniel Day-Lewis thing where like once he's in character, I guess he's hard to work with, but you got to give him credit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's a great pick, man. What you got there, Dirk? Your number 2?
Yep. This is 2015 as well. I noticed a lot of my shit's 2015. Kind of crazy. But it's my number 2, and that's gonna be the Hateful Eight.
Oh yeah,
No,
Hell yeah.
great movie.
But you got, you know, Samuel L. Jackson, Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Tim Roth, Michael Madsen, Bruce Dern, Channing Tatum, briefly, which I love that scene, you know. But no, man, it's this shit was shot on 70 millimeter ultra Panavision, and those lenses, they pulled them out. They said they hadn't been used since like 65.
Oh
And
damn.
they had to custom fit them to the cameras. They had to. That was a Tarantino thing, you know. Set all that shit up, but yeah, it's an insane movie. I mean, it's in the blizzard, you know, is like a big. It's like a monster itself. Nobody can go outside and shit. Everybody's meeting up here. Well, 2 people are gonna die. The whole setup's great. The dialogue, you would think this almost being a 3-hour movie. But the dialogue Tarantino writes is like, just keeps you hooked in, you know? And so I'd consider this, I don't know, would y'all consider this a comedy as well? It's a Western comedy action.
It's a
Yeah, there's
It's a
definitely comedy
typical-
aspects to it. Just
typical
the dialogue's
Tarantino
funny, but
movie.
Tarantino movie. It's its own
Yeah.
genre.
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
its own Tarantino.
multiple
yeah.
genres, Tarantino style. But one of the great lines, there's a couple of great lines. It says, keeping you at a disadvantage is an advantage I intend to keep. That's what Kurt Russell says. And
Yeah.
when it comes to some of them mean bastards out there, it's the only thing does the job. Hanging mean bastards or whatever.
Yeah, mean bastards need to hang.
Right, mean bastards need to hang. But yeah, it's a great movie. It's my number 2, man. Hateful Eight. Check it out.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it?
Yeah, that guitar he smashes, by the way, is very valuable.
Right.
He wouldn't smash the guitar. They're like, stop.
That slip opens, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing.
No, I mean, doesn't have a door on it where the front of the slip opens? And there's a
it
little
does.
screen there?
I think it does. No? Yeah.
He just tore slip
Oh,
cover.
shit. I didn't know that shit.
Or slip cover up.
I didn't even fucking know that shit, man.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a
I didn't know
great
that
point.
shit. Wow. Learn something new every day.
Yeah, and I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say what happens to Kurt Russell, the
Yeah.
way he acts that scene is fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just all the spit and the blood. It's just, I don't know, it's my favorite part of the movie.
Jennifer
Kurt
Jason
Russell
Leigh,
with his
though.
beard, he's just great in that movie. Man. Everything about that fucking movie.
That movie, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're all top notch, but Jennifer
I mean-
Jason Leigh, to me, I think she steals the fucking show.
She acts
Oh, yeah.
really well in it. She really does great in
Yeah.
it.
And that was kind of a comeback movie for her, wasn't it? I mean, she really
Yeah.
done a
She
whole
hasn't
lot
been in anything
before
before that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got one gripe with the whole movie. I loved the movie. I thought it was great too. But you got everybody and their brother wants to be in this movie. You could get anybody you want. Why does Tarantino have to do the exposition monologue? Someone poisons the coffee. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
You couldn't have got James Earl Jones to say that, you know?
Dude, it's Quentin
Morgan
Tarantino. I
Freeman?
love it. I mean, I don't know. I have no
Yeah.
gripe with that. I understand what you're saying, but I have no gripe with that, man.
He
It
had to
just
stick
kind of
his
it
ass
has
in
that Tarantino flavor to it, you know.
There is not
Right.
one bare woman's foot in it, I don't think. So
It's too fucking cold. It's fucking 20
Yeah.
below zero outside.
He tried. I'm sure he tried. He's like, well, what if somebody's taking a bath or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's colder than the well digger's ass in the middle of Alaska. You know?
Yeah. Fucking freak. But yeah, it's a killer movie.
Yeah. Oh shit, y'all killing me. All right, man. What you got, buddy?
Well, this is a 2012 movie. It's one of my all-time favorites. I got fucking pages of shit on this. I'm gonna try to keep it brief, but it's 2012 Dread,
Oh,
my
yeah.
number 2.
Oh,
It's starring Carl Urban. It's him as Dread. You get Lena Headey as Mama, the villain. Lena Headey is awesome in everything she does. She was in 300, Game of Thrones. You know, you've seen her in a lot of stuff. She's awesome. But Carl Urban's the standout in this as Judge Dredd. Took it at an ultra serious, after the Stallone version, which was kind of had some comedy elements to it. This is an ultra serious, straightforward, sci-fi apocalyptic crime movie. I'm gonna do a little reading here. It's the opening monologue done by Carl Urban. America is an irradiated wasteland. Within it lies a city. Outside the boundary walls, a desert, a cursed earth. Inside the walls, a cursed city stretching from Boston to Washington, D.C. An unbroken concrete landscape, 800 million people living in the ruin of the old world and the mega structures of the new one. Mega blocks, mega highways, mega city one. Convulsing, choking, breaking under its own weight. Citizens in fear of the street, the gun, the gang, the only thing fighting for order in the chaos, the men and women of the Hall of Justice, juries, executioners, judges. So it's an apocalyptic world where it's been irradiated, nuclear fallouts happen, nuclear war, and things have gone so bad. The story of Judge Dredd. They've turned to street judges who can speed up the process. So you can be convicted, tried all at once, and go straight to prison, be executed all the way. But you've got a super ultra gritty, grimy John Wick style shooter with no romantic element to it whatsoever. Because as I was watching this in the theater, he has a young female blonde partner, and I thought, oh fuck, here we go. He's here to teach her. He's her instructor. He's here to teach her how to be a judge, and she's going to teach him how to be a human being. and they're gonna fall in love, and it's gonna be none of that shit, none of that bullshit. You can squeeze all that, and none of that happens.
Like Demolition Man.
Yeah, Carl Urban. It's so.
Rob Schneider's great in that, by the way. Oh, that's the other one. Never mind.
It's the other one, not this one. There's no comic relief. It's 100% straightforward. It's so hardcore and straight laced that Carl Urban never even takes his helmet off the entire movie. The entire movie's 100% in character. It's just I could talk about it all day. If you haven't seen this movie, man, you can pick it up for nothing. It was such a surprise because you see the trailer. It was like originally in 3D, and the trailer makes it look like something that's not. It's just
it was sold completely different.
It was sold as this crazy like action. I mean, there's a lot of action in it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the. It's not what you think it is. Like the opening sequence, Judge Dredd is it's just a day in the life of Judge Dredd. It's not like this big world ender, like the world's going to end, type superhero movie. It's just a day in the life of a street judge. There are like, I don't know, 8 people killed in this like shooting spree, criminals running, and it's the mall. It's in a mall. This happens, and like over the loudspeaker, you hear the food court will reopen in 30 minutes. And it's like this machine cleaning up the blood, and there's bodies in the back. Like, from the instance, like life is so meaningless in this world, and death is just a part of every day. They don't even have news, So 101 people are killed in this movie. Judge Dredd kills 49 of them by himself.
Damn it.
So it's just like he's merciless, brutal, but of all things, it's the law above everything else. And the CGI didn't age particularly well, but I mean, it's CGI. You're going to have some of that. But I hope one day maybe we get a sequel of this. But this is one of those movies that for some reason nobody watched. I mean, I think it's the way it was marketed, but I just happened to stumble into the theater, saw it, and absolutely loved it. So I would recommend this one as my number 2.
I think after the Stallone one, they marketed it so poorly after the Stallone one that a lot of people didn't go see it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
People thought it was going to be like
become one of my favorite actors.
People thought it was going to be like RoboCop, the remake.
Yeah,
right.
You guys know how much I love Sylvester Stallone, but that movie there is, miles better than the.
Well, there was a rash. It's like you're saying about RoboCop. Yeah. There was a rash of these at the time. Total Recall just got remade.
Yep.
I think that kind of hurt this, is what I think.
I think it really dinged it, in a lot of people's eyes.
But I'm a big Carl Urban fan after I'm watching The Boys, and I definitely want to go back and rewatch that again. I do have the 4K steelbook back there. I haven't watched as I got it. But
I'm not calling Alan out for being a dumbass or anything, because a lot of people didn't know this. But he's like, shit, Carl Urban? Carl
I
Urban?
didn't know that, dude. Like I said, I watched it once. I liked it, but I didn't know what Carl Urban was. I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Exactly. It's not about that. He's wearing the helmet. It's about the character of Judge Dredd. It's not about Carl Urban. You see Dredd.
It's more really closer to the comic book then.
Yeah, it's very much
Star Trek remakes. He was great in that. He was great in The Boys. I'm definitely a Carl Urban fan. Yeah. And knowing that, going back and watching it again, I think I'm gonna like it even more.
Yeah.
I did really like it the first time.
It's shot like a comic book. I mean, it's shot the way it comes in. I mean, it's like turning a page of a comic book.
Yeah.
But totally fucking hardcore, and no mercy on anybody. He doesn't care. I mean, he's on the fucking job so much. There's a part of the movie where it all breaks down, and the trainee that he judges with is like, "What do we do here?" And he's just like, "What do you mean? What do we do? You're still on assessment, rookie. Nothing's changed, even though they may die." He's like, who cares? You still got a fucking job to do, bitch. Let's go to work. Like, he's on his way to investigate a homicide, a multiple homicide where people are thrown off a building, and he stops to arrest a vagrant for vagrancy. like he's 100% never stops, the job all the way. It's
like that Anthrax song, "I'm the Law."
I don't know that song, but
he says that shit in the movie, "I'm the law."
Yeah,
this is the law. I don't know that he ever says exactly "I am the law."
And the Stallone version,
I think
there's
an old Anthrax song. Like, "I am the law. You won't fuck around no more."
Yeah.
But that's a great one.
It's a great one. If anybody hasn't seen it,
it was on my short list. That's a good pick, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna have to watch it, man. I gotta change that shit.
Dude, you gotta just buy it, man. That's a blind buy all day. You love it.
Yeah. Well, Brian, sir, you are, buddy.
All right. Well, this one's already been picked, so this is the first duplicate in everybody's thing. Super 8.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to go for this one. I don't know much else to say about it besides what Dr. Ordner already said. Great cast. I love all the kids are great in it. And, you know, got the only one that really did much after this was young Elle Fanning here,
Right.
Neon Demon, and then Kyle Chandler from Friday Night Lights was the dad in the movie. But yeah, awesome movie. J.J. Abrams, Steven Spielberg. I think this is an Amblin Films Entertainment production, I think. So same group did put E.T. together too. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that Star Wars stuff. That was pretty cool. That all the sound effects from Star Wars in here. I was going to mention that train wreck scene being awesome. It does sound badass and a cool system.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best.
But I like the whole whenever they're shooting their own Super 8 films and stuff like that, and whenever they're making their own horror movie and stuff, it's pretty cool. Whenever they're doing all their little makeup effects and stuff, I like that. And the alien in the movie is pretty neat towards the end of the movie too.
Yeah, that's it too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a good reveal. It kind of like keeps it secret for most of the movie, and then it has a good reveal at the end. So
the story is just great.
yeah.
It's a winner for sure.
Yeah, I think Stranger Things took a lot from this whenever they were putting that together. So, yeah, kind of started the young kid cussing renaissance.
Yeah,
Right.
shit talking little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all did that, you know.
Right.
We all did that.
South Park
Yeah.
bastards.
We got our
Right
first
now
duplicate, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, we got our second duplicate. This is my
Oh,
next
here we
one.
go.
I have that that's a steelbook set from Zavi, but it's up on the shelf. I'm trying to sell this one here on eBay. Anybody wants to get up there and fucking buy it? 'Cause I got 2 copies of it. But anyway, guys, this has already been said. You know, most everything about this has already been said. You know, like I said, this was storyboarded before he even did the script because he had a vision, and I thought that was kind of cool. And just a few other things about it. It says the film was shot in sequence, which is kind of rare, I think. Everything was shot in order. Why I don't know. I didn't read that far into it. I always say her name wrong. Charlize Theron, is that right? She shaved her head for the role. And she had to wear a wig in her next movie, which is A Million Ways to Die in the West. So if you ever watch that movie, she's wearing a wig because her head's shaved from this. And I don't know what happened with this, but in 2015, when this came out, Tom Hardy signed a deal to do 3 more Mad Max movies. Hopefully that's going to happen.
Oh,
But
sure.
so maybe that's still in the works. This came out May 15th, 2015. $150 million budget. And like I said, most of the effects were practical, like 80%. I say one thing that said 80%, another thing said 90%. So you know you can read into that. It made 154 million in the States, 375 million worldwide. So it was a huge success.
Damn it.
George Miller, you know, like I think somebody said it earlier, his last movie was Babe or some shit. So it's been a while since he's done one of these movies. This is the 4th one in the franchise, as everybody knows. And like Dr. Ordinary, the first time I seen this in theaters with my kids, I was a fan, but I went in hesitant because I'm a huge Mel Gibson, Mad Max fan. And so I went in kind of, you know, I had the bar set real low. I was excited about it, but I was nervous about it. And it was like, yeah, it's okay. I watched it again after I got it on physical media, and I liked it even more. And now it's one of my favorite Mad Max movies. And this is, in my system here, I have Philips Hue lights all over this fucking place like an idiot. And this movie here looks so fucking good in Philips Hue. When the lights move with the movie, when they're going through that fucking sandstorm or whatever, it's what I show. I'm showing somebody my system when they come over. This is the one I pop in to show them. This movie here is absolutely fantastic. This is one of my favorite 4Ks. Anytime somebody asks me what's the best 4K you own, this usually is in the mix. So great movie. Can't say enough good things about it. Checking my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything. One thing, Tom Hardy had lunch with Mel Gibson before he took the role, and Mel Gibson said he's just too damn old to do it, and gave Tom Hardy his full blessing to take on the role.
Oh, that's cool.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And, but I think that's it, guys. I love it. This easily could have been my number one. I'm a huge fan of this fucking movie. Every time I see it, it gets better.
Yep.
So,
Hit me up later about that.
Anybody wants to let me know. It's on eBay. It's been
Hit me up later about that, Pop.
Yeah. All right.
I really do wish that Mel Gibson would have played something in the movie. Like he could have played like the leader of Gastown or the Bullet Farm. He could have played one of those characters. You know,
Tom Hardy could have been. It could have been one of his kids or something. And you know, Mel Gibson could have been, you know, the old fucking Mad Max, whatever, like you said. And Tom Hardy could have just been another character, you know.
Yeah.
So that would have been fantastic. So.
Hell yeah.
Mel probably had his own stuff going on, you know. So
he's probably kind of done with Hollywood's punk ass.
I think he was doing Get the Gringo or something like that, which I liked a lot. You know, Payback in Mexico. You know.
Right. All right. Let's get caught up on the chat here. So, well, guys, we got 2 duplicates. So still, you know, I don't think we're going to have. Last time we had Hereditary, everybody had that one pick. I don't think that's going to happen this time.
Man, most of the movies have been different.
Famous last word.
We got a real good mix,
Got number 1 left.
All right.
Yep.
All right, I think that's where we left off, guys. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. I believe this is where we left off. Video Gizmo says, you have American films this time around, too. Hope there's something from Europe or Asia in the top 3. Bob Blu-ray says, I just like the Grindhouse. I was out of print titles and slipcovers. Plus, the 2-day shipping option is nice. I need my slipcovers. I'm a junkie. Yeah, I understand. But if you go to Orbit will specify if it comes with a slip or not. So there's that.
Yeah, it's nice.
For those that like the slipcovers, it is an advantage. Video Gizmo says, a more melancholia of that movie, Force Manure. I'm sure it's not manure, but it was kind of like The Untouchables, Headhunters, The Hunt, and of course, Inside the Whore.
Of course,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a documentary.
Yeah,
again, man, I'm sure these are all fantastic movies. I would love to see, but I can't put them on my list if I hadn't seen them.
Didn't you get
heard
any of those?
I've heard of The Untouchables. I actually got The Untouchables on my Vudu. My son told me about that one. I think there was a remake with Bryan Cranston and Kevin Hart did a remake of that over in the States. Don't remember the name of it. But The Untouchables was a pretty good flick. That's what I'm thinking of.
The Upside. That's the Kevin Hart.
Yes, The Upside, right.
That's a really good movie.
But Inside the Whore, I think Disney's redoing that one.
I think you have. You got the Whore from Imprint. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, fourth shelf down, third from the right.
I don't think you actually go inside the whore. I think
maybe.
No, you don't do that.
That's in the special features there.
If you do that, you better put 2 on, put 2 rubbers on extra tight, and duct tape the nuts.
Inside the Horror just makes me think of that perverted like fuck movie that Shia LaBeouf was in.
Oh yeah.
What the hell was that on Netflix?
That
where they do like an abortion on screen and shit. I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
That movie?
Oh wow.
There's a line for me. That's it.
I think that was Face of Death Part 2, wasn't
it? No, I don't remember what the fuck it was called. There's like 2 or 3 of them. Just a really strange thing that they were very popular for a minute on Netflix.
The fuck?
Yeah.
They're showing abortions on Netflix? Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of low. All right. Bob says, screw bubble mailers, bubble wrap your stuff simple. Yeah, we couldn't agree more.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me fucking started, Bob.
Yeah. Video Gizmo says, I saw it at the Dome, Love Fury Road, concert more than a movie, but just love. Yep.
Yeah. Nobody mentions that he brings a fucking band with him to go get his chicks back.
But the dude playing fucking the fire guitar on the front, dude, it's just badass.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but Conan O'Brien did a bit back when he had his show, whatever, where he's basically on the front of that thing playing the guitar, but it's Conan O'Brien. If you ain't seen that, you can probably YouTube it. It's fucking hilarious. So, Sculptor 22, what's going on, man? Practical car stunts are amazing in Fury Road. They really are. All the guys on the poles and everything. It's badass.
They use really good dummies too that get thrown during those crashes. Like it's not your typical the dummies are a lot more. They're realistic.
And that shit they're spraying in their damn mouth, man. It's just wild.
You know,
some kind of
you gotta chrome your grill, dude, before you go to Valhalla.
Yeah.
Witness me. It's like a souped up version of Hold My Beer. It's
like, crazy shit.
It says, I was wondering if anyone would pick Tarantino. Love Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
All right, stay tuned. City Eubank says the Hateful Eight, great movie. I agree. The Hateful Eight is my fourth best Tarantino movie. Pulp, Dogs, and
Inglourious Bastard.
Inglourious Basterds. Thank you, is better, but the Hateful Eight is the masterpiece. Sorry, I had a brain fry. My brain just, I think it kind of closed down on the left side for a minute.
I mean, he shot that in 70 millimeter. That's the widest view you can shoot something in.
Yeah, I'm talking out of my ass, and maybe that's what it was. My son used to live in South Florida before he moved to Colorado, and he went to a theater down there. It's like an indie house theater where they actually got to go see the movie in that format. The way I think the way it was originally shot.
Yeah,
and he said it was amazing. I know I gotta find it. But I got this really nice like booklet that he got from that viewing or whatever he gave to me. He got two of them. So I got to find that. It's pretty cool.
That's how they. That was the idea for the Revenant too, Dirk. Is apparently you were supposed to see it in a special theater because of the way he filmed it.
Yeah.
You think how what I guess bravado, confidence that takes to be a director and show even more. You're showing so much more, than the normal picture, to have the confidence to not have somebody's Pepsi sitting in the fucking background. Right. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
The widest shot, and it has more detail in it.
More detail, right. Yeah. In super wide film set in a tiny cabin.
Yeah.
Now, going back to this comment here, if you guys hadn't seen it, I think it's on mine and Brian's channel. Might be on Brad. I don't know. It's on mine and Brian's. We had a top 5 Tarantino stream. So go back and watch that. That was a fun one. All right. Bob's Blu-ray says Hateful Eight might very well be my favorite Tarantino film.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one. I couldn't argue with that. All right. Video Gizmo says I feel the entire beginning of Hateful Eight is taken from The Great Silence. Really recommend Great Silence. Most shocking ending ever.
Okay. Great Silence, huh?
Right. I'll write that one down too because my memory sucks. And I'll be like, damn, what was that movie again? I don't want to go back and fucking rewatch the stream again, just trying to find that. All right. Bob Blu-ray says category 3 seems to hate everyone. Laughing face.
The thing is,
he calls it like he sees it. I mean,
the thing is, I don't hate everyone, but if I don't like somebody, it's impossible for me to not tell them. Yeah. I can't do it. I can't be fake. If I don't like somebody, they're going to hear about it. They're going to know where I stand. And if they got a problem, y'all know where to find me. Words of Alan.
on the canoe. You're coming down the canoe.
If I had a problem with any of these guys, I'd tell them.
And he has. I can criticize that motherfucker too, and he takes it like a man. So he takes it as good as he gives it. I'll give him that.
Alan, check out this movie. What a piece of shit that was.
What was that damn
God?
What was that one? He's talking about Alan was talking about that dude with the booger.
Permutos? Yeah. Alan did not like that movie at all. And I'm over here going, fuck, this is great.
He didn't like it. He disliked it so much he sent it right to me.
He gave it away for free.
I'll give that motherfucking room stinks.
You say he was rolling a booger around?
For an uncomfortable amount of time.
I watched him too. He does that shit.
Scolder says, love the extended miniseries version of Hateful Eight 2. I still got to watch that. I got it on my watch list. I still need to watch that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it
yet.
yet.
They're in that fucking, what is the stagecoach for like an hour? Getting to the haberdashery.
Yeah. All right. The Katana 65, The Ridiculous 6 was better than Hateful Eight. Jesus. Dredd copied the plot of The Raid.
Yep. Probably.
Raid's a great movie. That's not a.
Raid's good. I like Raid too.
Copy, I guess. Scolder 22. There should have been more Dredd films with Carl Urban. Yeah. I'd have been down for that.
It's a fun fact about Dredd. This little shitty movie that didn't do anything in the box office, it got swallowed because I believe The Dark Knight Rises was out at the same time. This sold more copies, physical copies, than The Dark Knight Rises. So that should tell you what this thing.
Damn, really?
How strong a movie this is.
Wow.
Because once word of mouth got out,
right,
everybody had to see this movie and went and bought copies because it was already out of theaters by then.
Yeah.
And they got the steelbook too, that with the slipcover.
Dude, there's numerous steelbooks too that are really cool.
Yeah, Lionsgate one.
And I got the steelbook after the fact on eBay, pretty cheap. Wasn't much over the regular price. I mean, so you can probably still find it on eBay.
Yeah.
I
like that slip though.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to say something about that slip. Tony knew I didn't have the slip for this. He just sent it to me, just just so I could have it because he knows
that's kind of guy Tony is.
Movie. That's how Tony is. He's a good dude.
Yep. All right, Dread is freaking cool. I love the film. Mama is so sexy. You just want from dusk till dawn, lick her toes clean, and have babies with her all night long.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a visualization of this motherfucker being butt naked watching our stream. He's just some of the shit he says. Like, damn.
He's in the. No, he ain't naked, dude. He's in the gimp outfit from Pulp Fiction. He's peeking through the trunk. He's peeking through the trunk of the gimp outfit, watching this shit. No, Lena Headey is great in everything she is. She's awesome in this, and she's disgusting in this. Is what you don't know is like she's all scarred up. Her teeth are fucking black. She's just a fucking mess in it, and she's awesome in it.
Yeah. All right, Anthony's on more. I am the law.
You won't fuck around no more. Yeah.
Yeah. So you made some Anthrax. I am the law. Very good song. All right, Mel Gibson was blackballed when the movie was being made.
Yep.
Blacklisted. Boz Blu-ray says, smash that like button, everyone. Yeah, y'all please do that. I always forget to say that.
Give that like button a pearl necklace.
Crush that pussy.
Jesus Christ.
Brian's starting to get delirious.
Yeah. I'm delirious.
Says, I wear a bubble mailer chest plate underneath in case shit pops off. Never felt so protected.
Felt so protected. Yeah.
All right, my buddy Mike Johnson, Equalizer is badass. Yeah, it was me and him was talking about it the other night. Good buddy.
Excuse me, I worked at 5 a.m. this morning. Sorry.
I feel like, man, you fucking mess. Get it together. Review your contract.
Ben Graham says, y'all like the Necrophiles.
I haven't watched
I got it in. It's still sealed up over here beside me. I got to do a collection update video.
Cannibal Baby or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, according to Dirk, it's about some dude with a dick raping people or something. I don't know.
A zombie. What I heard.
Zombie.
It flies around. And, yeah.
I thought it was about a dead baby flying. We'll see. I'll check it out. I got it. I'm going to check it out.
Rape, fuck, killing women.
Yep.
Yeah, I grabbed the first 3 titles from was it Visual Vengeance, whatever. Brad's like, slow down. There might be another Vinegar Syndrome.
Where you be selling the shit, you know?
Family movie.
Brian's a smart one here. He's waiting for other people to see these movies before he goes and fucking just buys them.
They'll be around.
Yeah, they ain't going anywhere. Yeah.
All those Prometheus. Boz Blu-rays. It's all good category. I appreciate people that call it like it is. I don't like fake. Be blunt. People are too sensitive. I appreciate your honesty, guys.
What's the worst that could happen? You take a swing at me? Okay.
Yeah.
Category 3, every time you get angry at someone, just close your eyes and think about you and that person in a tent with Ang Lee directing you to.
What the fuck?
All right.
Where's Caveman at? I've been wondering.
I ain't seen him in a while. Bob says, Ben, are you collecting those Visual Vengeance titles? So I got the first 3 and I got the 4th one on pre-order. Or actually, I think it's being shipped, I think.
The Sasquatch,
whatever it is.
It's in stock at Orbit.
Yeah. I think I got it on Amazon. But coming. I think they got 2 more coming out after that, don't they, bro?
Yeah, okay.
2 or 3 more. Yeah, they're gonna start pumping them out.
See,
right, Ben Graham says
he cleared that up.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a dead zombie baby in it and zombie raping dude also. Okay, so you both right.
There's something in this for the whole family.
Right? Yeah. That's what I just said. Yeah.
Everybody gets something.
I've been thinking, how do you put both of those into a movie for a while?
Right.
Thank God.
All right, Ben Graham says, I think I might, Bob. Hollow Note says, how do you swing on someone over the phone? But he'll give you his address.
If I'm arguing with somebody on the phone over physical media, they've already sent me physical media. They've got my address.
Right.
Well, guys, we are up to our number 1 pick. What everybody's been waiting for.
Wait till we get to the honorable mentions, and Alan's up here for a fucking hour holding up 30 movies.
No, I got it down. I got it down to 2 honorable mentions, but I
Got
do
it
got
down
a
to
5 or
2.
6 to the side here if I need to.
I got a whole pile of shit though that
Right.
I'm gonna show anyway.
What you got?
All right, guys. Here we go. My number 1 movie came out of 2012. It's a movie called Cabin in the Woods.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Love this movie. This movie pays homage to. I cut my teeth on movies with horror movies, especially being Evil Dead. Huge Evil Dead fan, but I mean, this movie, the writing is fantastic. The story is fantastic. It really does. It hits every single horror genre, and it's just a great twist. If you've never seen it, it really is worth a watch. It's got comedy in it. It's got the standard horror movie where you got like the jock, the cute girl, the pothead, the idiot,
The black
ending is
guy.
good. Yeah. So written by Drew Goddard, who this was his directorial debut. He never directed anything before this. In fact, the only thing that he had ever really done was write. And again, so this dude that wrote Cloverfield, World War Z. Weirdly enough, he got an Academy Award for writing The Martian. So it's a story movie, definitely, and it's a dialogue movie. But it's just a great watch. It's Joss Whedon, of course. So stars Chris Hemsworth. And there was the way that this movie was produced and the way it came out, there was a big delay because this is right when MGM went bankrupt. So this movie got stuck in development. But while they were filming this and they were watching dailies for it, is when Chris Hemsworth got picked up for Thor and then Red Dawn. But they ended up coming out after the fact. So just great movie. Richard Jenkins is in it. Sigourney Weaver's in it. She plays the director of this institute. If you've seen it, was supposed to be Bruce Campbell, but he couldn't do it, which would have just made it all too perfect since it's about a cabin in the woods. This movie, just the reason it's my number 1 is its rewatchability. It surprised me, pays homage to horror movies. It's a fantastic fun watch, and you can watch it. It's a movie you can put on immediately as soon as you finish it, and you'll still enjoy it.
Yeah, and that merman, that's the shit.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, yeah.
And if you go back and watch it, really like pay attention with all those monsters coming out of the elevators.
It's got everything.
Every time you watch it, you're going to find something different. And if you look at that whiteboard, when the guy's doing the bet and whatever, if you look at that whiteboard, there's all kind of different Easter eggs on that board.
Mhm.
Yep.
I don't have them here in front of me, or whatever, but y'all look that up. It's pretty interesting.
It's like the formula to every horror movie.
Yeah.
It really is, and it's just I don't know. It pokes fun at horror movies. It pokes fun at itself, but it's still a great horror movie. I mean, it still incorporates great horror scenes, and so
Yeah, it's got that meta satire, shit going with it. But I love what Ryan said. How it's a surprise. That movie it came out of nowhere, and you watch it, and the third act, everything about it is it's so well done and well made, and if you're a horror fan, it's fan service is the right word. How do you put it down with fan service?
I'm a fan. Goddamn it, serves me.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
When they go down in the cellar.
Oh yeah.
Like all of them are like picking up shit and they start playing with stuff, and you're just like Hellraiser and this and that.
Right.
You can see what they're doing. And after that sequence, the guy that's constantly talking about the merman goes, he had the conch in his hand. The thing that he was getting ready to blow in that would have brought it out. It's got the right amount of comedy in it.
Poking fun at itself,
Yeah.
but also paying homage to itself at the same time. It's clever as shit writing to me.
Love the way it ends. Glad they didn't make a sequel.
Oh yeah, the ending is really That dude that and it really, I mean, Chris, most of them were really in it, of course, except for Richard Jenkins, but. A lot of these guys, the dude that played the pothead, it was funny. I saw him in an interview somewhere. This man had never smoked pot ever a day in his life. And he said he was terrified. He had to do like all of this research to see how potheads acted because he had no idea how to be a pothead.
And I think if I read correctly on that movie, I think that Chris Hemsworth filmed that a year before he did Thor. But maybe it didn't get released until after the Thor came out or something like that. It didn't
get released because MGM went bankrupt, and so they pretty much finished the movie, but it couldn't get released. And so I was reading somewhere that they were in the middle of filming it when somebody was watching just the Chris Hemsworth from filming, and they were like, "Yep, this guy's picked him up immediately."
And it's some information nobody needs. Whenever the girl's making out with the wolf head on the wall. they're trying to age it, make it look dusty, so they put powdered sugar on the tongue. Also, just to make it where it's not quite as gross for her when she's doing it. So they actually put sugar or powdered sugar on the tongue of the wolf.
Damn.
Information nobody needs.
Her death sequence, how they're micromanaging it, like, oh, we need more light.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, it's
we need
fantastic.
more fog.
It's
Turn up the
fantastic.
fog.
So by the way, Ryan, when I made my last minute change, that's the movie that fell off. I had that one in my top 5.
There
that
you
one
go.
dropped off. That one, that's a fucking great pick, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole bit with the what do they call them? The arbiter? Or
The harbinger.
The harbinger.
Yeah,
the harbinger. And then they talk to Mordecai. Hang on. And they put him on speaker.
Right. They're making fun of him, laughing at his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an awesome movie.
Man.
All right, Dirk, what you got for number 1, man?
All right. Well, it's another 2015, man. And it's a thriller, folk, horror, drama, and that is The Witch.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah, huge fan of that movie.
Finally got my shit in from Diabolic, but
Right. Hell yeah.
We're
This is my
repping
last-
Diabolic in the stream.
this is
Shout out
my last
Diabolic.
purchase from you sons of bitches, though. But anyway,
You'll get it eventually.
You couldn't win for losing with that movie. Didn't it get stuck in the mailbox too?
oh yeah, man, yeah, it's some crazy shit going on.
How'd it
I
burn
was
that
stuck in the
bitch when it
mailbox.
came
I had
in?
to cut the motherfucker because my damn postman wants to be a lazy motherfucker. You know, not bring it to my house. So anyway, it's the stuff that just shoves the bitch into the mailbox. I had to cut the fucking box and get the fucker out. You know, and I wrote a note on the box to the postman. The nice little note I left him, but anyway.
Fuck you. Eat fish heads.
Right. But no, anyway, this is my number 1, man. The Witch. It's great. It's like a drama, man. Really. The language is kind of hard to take on the first watch. You're like, what the fuck, man? The way they're
Watch the
talking.
subtitles. Gotta do subtitles on that one.
And but this movie, I feel like it portrays like a true witch, like from what people thought witches were from back then. You know, everybody thinks of a witch and they think of like Wizard of Oz type shit. I think this one does like man, it's in that same vein as Hereditary in a way, the way it is. Family drama, but then you got the horror, and then the creepy little kids talking to the fucking goat and shit.
Oh yeah.
Black Phillip, you know. But that line at the end, man. Wouldst thou like to live deliciously? And it's just like, God,
The way he whispers.
right?
Yeah.
It's I mean, I could go on and on about this movie. This Robert Eggers debut film. I feel like he knocked it out like home run, man. You know. But yeah, man, it's an awesome movie, man. The whole vibe to it. I mean, you feel like that's how it would be. I mean, the father, he's so full of fucking pride. So he really damns his own family because of his pride. And if you watch, nobody is without sin in the movie. You know, everybody's got their own little shits going on.
Yeah.
But like the first watch, you're thinking, damn, what's up with these kids? And they keep talking about damn Black Phillip. They're even singing a damn song talking about everybody's gonna bow to our Lord Philip and shit like that.
Yeah, you kind of like, well, it's just kids, you know, making up a stupid song, and then on the rewatch, you're like, oh shit, they're talking about the goat a lot. They're spending a lot of time with the goat, you know.
And then the shit with the rabbit, you know, that's the witch.
Yeah,
watching them the whole time.
This is another one. The more I go back and watch it, the more I'm like, oh shit, I completely missed that. I completely missed that. And I like it even more.
Right.
Now, Dirk,
I can go on about that movie for hours, man. It's just
I seen that movie one time. You know, I got it right here, or whatever. I seen it one time, and I've watched it twice this week since that's come in. I went through all the special features, and I was gonna make that one of my top 5, but I want to process it a little more. But it's up there with one of my best horror movies I've seen in a really long time.
It's a great movie.
They did a fucking great job with it. I enjoyed his other two movies. The Northman I liked. The Lighthouse was fantastic, but this right here made me a damn Robert Eggers fan. This is a fucking great movie.
I hope he does a lot more.
But get through the special features on that box set, man. They got a good interview with like every major cast member, did you? And
I've watched everything on all that shit.
They you learn a lot about it, and they even got. Did you watch the short film Brothers that's on there? Hell yeah! He had to do. He was trying to get this movie financed, and so he had to do a short film called Brothers, which is on the special features. That and it's nothing great, but he had to do that just to prove that he could make the wood scary, or the woods creepy or whatever.
It showed his talent enough.
Oh, it did.
It
did.
I need to check that out.
But man, that fucking goat, man, and it's so simple. It's like Brad was saying the other day. It's that goat, just the way he turns his head, like he's listening to you. There's something about it. It's just it'll get your attention.
The goat is like they tried to get a goat trainer, like from what I watched in the special features and all that stuff, and the goat wouldn't do anything.
The goat would just be a goat. You can't really train a goat.
But to look at it as you're watching it, I'm like, is this goat CGI or something? Because the goat is like,
right,
turning its head up, like, you see now, bitch? You believe in me now? Kind of thing. But the goat, if you watch the goat, I don't know how they must have filmed that fucking thing for hours. And taken,
it took like 5 years to make it too.
Yeah.
Robert Eggers, for some reason, shits on this movie. He's like talking about how it's overrated and shit. I'm just like, really, dude? This movie puts you on. It's your best movie. Put you on the map. I kind of
felt like he was being modest, though.
I felt like he was being an asshole myself. But
he's like, yeah, it's all right. I can do better.
It's overrated. This and that. I'm like, it may be the best folk horror movie of all time.
Yeah, definitely overrated. It's a solid movie.
It's definitely the best film depiction of a witch that I've seen.
Yeah, the witch is a monster. It's not like what's that movie, Brian, with the 3 witches and the cat and stuff?
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. Yeah. It's not Hocus Pocus. Okay, this witch is a fucking monster that turns a fucking baby into lotion. Okay, slather all over the fucking body. This is not it ain't a pretty thing. It's a monster.
And I don't know why he hates on it. This is from the dude that's got a movie with Robert Pattinson fucking a mermaid. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I don't know, man. The dude looks like he buys gas station pocket knives and fucking jewelry at a fucking Insane Clown Posse concert. That's what he looks like. He looks like a fucking tool bag. He's talking about how he didn't like how it turned out or something. Oh, fuck him. The movie's great.
He knows that shit's good, man.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to be known for that. I think he wants to be known for something else. Like he's got other things in mind or something.
Probably, yeah.
Right.
That's what he'll go down in history for, the guy who made the witch.
But he does speak, how personal that movie was to him.
Yeah.
Because being from around that area, I guess. New England, right?
I forget where he said he was from, Pennsylvania or something.
Yeah, New England, I believe. New England.
Massachusetts, something. Right. But I do love the way that 4K came out and how gray it was and how gloomy everything is. And
man, it's a fantastic release, man. It really is.
I don't cream over the scans like a lot of people do. That scan is incredible. That second sight scan that they took extra time with to make look just perfect.
Right.
Crisp.
Because we were supposed to get it in April, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't get it till when? I didn't get my shit till fucking August.
Yeah.
2 months after everybody else did.
I've had mine forever. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Brad, what you got for your number one, buddy?
I keep feeling my head. I'm sick as a fucking dog, but I'm like Michael Jordan. I show up, bitch.
You're sick, huh?
Yeah.
We knew that shit.
Yeah. This came out 2013. It was mentioned already. I don't give a fuck. This is number one. It wasn't even close for me. When I watched this movie again, every time I watch it, I like it more. It just, they don't make them like this anymore, and it was only been made 10 years ago, and it's the Evil Dead remake. I watched the uncut version, and I watched the regular version. The uncut version is just a better version. Mm-hmm. They just added more to it. It's the same movie. It's not a different They just added more scenes. Basically, Jane Levy as Mia. Everybody else is kind of a no name, but Mia is a heroin addicted, drug addict. She's brought to a remote cabin by her friends and her brother to kick heroin once and for all. She's apparently had multiple relapses, but they're going to keep her there. They talk about it, how they're not going to let her leave. They're going to put up with the 3 days, but shortly into the movie, the Mia character starts breaking down. She's withdrawing from heroin, and she's relentlessly bitching about a fucking smell in the house that nobody else can smell. Eventually, she convinces them to check the cellar. Everybody then smells it once the cellar's open. It's full of, I think, dead animals, a shotgun shells, a burnt post, which is all seen in the opening scene of the movie, which is incredible, which is awesome. And there's a like a leather-bound book wrapped in barbed wire and black plastic that they find. Of course, it's immediately opened and read from, even though everybody says don't fuck with it. There's obviously a reason they did this, but of course it's read from, and it conjures a demon that possesses the Jane Levy Mia character. And I can't say enough about how good a job she does in this. She acts her little ass off. She's like 4'11", but she carries this fucking movie. She's so good in this. There's the scenes that stick out for me is when she's being buried. There's a burial scene in it, and the camera is going back and forth with the shovel, and then you know what's going to happen. But she's opened her eyes, and one time when the camera goes back, and it's just her dialogue in that sequence, where they're burying her, and just the prep scene before everything about that sequence I love, and of course. I can't, everybody has to talk about that, but, she's got this bag over her fucking head and she's acting through this bag. She's half buried in fucking dirt. And you're just thinking about the actor, what she went through for that movie. It's raining blood, right. She's soaking wet for hours and hours on. She's still bringing it. And, he gets like the car battery. I love a good prep scene in a movie when you have to prep something and he's like trying to make a defibrillator and all this shit. It's just killer. The uncut version has the scenes from the trailer. If you watch the trailer, a lot of the scenes were not in the movie. They put those scenes back in the uncut version, so I'd recommend seeing the uncut version. It's only 5 minutes longer, but it does add stuff to the movie. But Brian mentioned it earlier, the final sequence with the flaming tree and the grave and the raining blood and the monster and fresh out of hell. Everything it touches, it's steaming. It's so hot. Everything it touches, it burns. Because it's. If you haven't seen this movie and you're one of these people that's a little bitch about remakes, and if it's a remake, you automatically hate it. Like I've heard people say about this movie, I don't need to see it. I know it sucks. Fuck your mother. Feed her fish heads, as Zerk would say. Because this is a killer. This has got to be the best horror remake. Maybe the best remake ever.
It's because they're comparing it to the original, and you should never go into a remake doing that shit.
Yeah,
if you're doing that shit, you're setting yourself up for failure.
I get Sam Raimi and Bob Tappert loved it.
Yeah, there you go. They put their stamp of approval on it. It's not Ash. There's no guy with a fucking ash chin in this movie.
Right.
It inverts the whole thing. It's a woman, not a man. I get everything about it. There's an after credit sequence if anybody hasn't seen that, but I love that they made one. There is a sequel coming out, some kind of sequel, but it's in a apartment building or something. But this movie to me is quintessential horror. It's got everything you would need and nothing you wouldn't need. The kills are awesome. The gore is awesome. The story's awesome.
The opening scene sets it up.
Yeah, the opening scene with even that's inverted. You think this person's a victim, and if you haven't seen it, I hope I haven't spoiled it for you. Go check this one out. I can't wait to get the 4K from Screen Factory.
It's gonna be a great 4K.
Already pre-ordered.
I can't wait for that 4K.
This is an awesome movie. Check this one out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hell of a choice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I still say that's probably my favorite remake.
Yeah, that's a double. Brian had it on his list.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we got how many doubles we got so far?
3, I think.
3?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
It's not technically a double though because he has the unrated one, not the theatrical.
There you go.
All right, Brian, you're up, buddy. What you got?
All right, so my number one. We're going lighthearted with this one. This time it is.
No, I don't trust you, Brian.
This is
lighthearted.
my number one pick is 2014's Boyhood from Richard Linklater.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Really enjoy this movie. It's awesome how he did this movie too. One of my favorite directors, Dazed and Confused, with the Before trilogy, tons of other stuff. But I love that it was filmed within the span of 12 years, and you get to see this little boy grow up from age 6 to age 18, and all the stuff that goes on through his life and everything. And it was filmed that way in the 12-year span, so you get to literally see the whole cast grow up. And it's just really awesome that they took the time to do this like that. And I like the fact that he cast his daughter as the sister role, Lorelai Linklater. So she's the daughter in the movie. And you got great cast: Ethan Hawke and Patricia Arquette there.
Okay.
It's got it really hits home with me too because I'm a product of a divorced family and everything. And it's got the whole like mom and dad getting divorced in the middle of the film and sort of thing whenever they're growing up, and they get to deal with them trying to get in new relationships and that sort of thing, and just shows them all the way up until he's about to go to college and everything. The guy, as a kid, he acts really, really good, but then as he ages, he gets like not as good of he's not as good as an adult actor, which kind of sucks. But that's the only downfall of the movie, really, to me. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes long, so but it keeps you captivated throughout the whole thing, and it's just cool to see something like this be made. I don't think they're ever going to be able to like make something like this again, well, at least not Richard Linklater. But it was a pretty cool concept, and he was making other films in between this period too when he was making this one, so I think he would just like bring the cast back and then just film a few scenes here and there, and then that would be them for the year, and then they come back next year and film more.
Damn,
That's crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of film is that? Like, what would the genre be? You think?
I'd say like definitely coming of age, but I'd say a family drama.
Okay.
It's got some comedy elements into it,
It's
also, but it's got a little bit of everything. It's not an action movie, that's for sure. But
Right.
it's definitely that's like a family home kind of drama. So
Cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah, if you like emotionally powerful like dramas and stuff like that, and kids growing up and just everything, it's cool because it shows them like this is 2014, so you see like 2002, like the world in 2002, really, and all the way up to 2014. So, yeah. And then they have all the soundtrack goes with the years too, so it's kind of like it throws you back there, whenever you're watching it. So
Awesome.
Love this movie.
I'm gonna check it out, man. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, the Criterion is $20 usually. So
Yeah, I've seen it one time before. I grabbed that Criterion in the last sale. I need to watch it again, but it's crazy how they went over 12 years, man. It's wild they did that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie.
Hell yeah.
it gets better on a rewatch too.
Great pick.
Yeah. All right. So for my number one, this was going to be my number one for these years, and it could be in contention for number one of all times. This is the Martin Scorsese, The Wolf of Wall Street. This is one of the most rewatchable movies to me. This movie is absolutely fantastic. It goes for over 3 hours, but it don't feel like it. There's so many fucking funny things in this movie. I consider a quote 1,000 lines. The whole cast is funny as hell. It's a wild, crazy ass movie. It's the story of Jordan Belfort. It covers his rise to wealth in the stock market, to his fall involving crime, corruption, federal government, and this is the movie that DiCaprio should have won Best Actor for. He got snubbed in this one. He ended up winning The Revenant. I thought The Revenant could have been him staring at fucking paint drying, and they'd have gave him that award, even though The Revenant was great. This is the movie he should have won Best Actor for, in my opinion.
Totally agree. Yep.
In The Revenant, though, he didn't have as much dialogue, so he had to act with his facial expressions and everything. So,
but this is the fifth time that the Scorsese and DiCaprio have teamed up, and I love all of them. They're all great, whatever. But this is my favorite of all of them. Maybe The Departed. But this one here, it holds up. It's just funny as hell. You got the little scenes with Matthew McConaughey at the beginning, just iconic. Like I said, there's everything in this fucking movie is great to me. I could watch it once a week and wouldn't get tired of it. It's like 3 hours. It goes by fast. It came out December 25th, 2013. Had a $100 million budget. Made 116 million in the States and 392 million worldwide. So it was a success. Some facts about the movie is they did it. If you've seen this, they did a shitload of drugs. I mean, the opening scene, DiCaprio walking out of his house talking about the shit he does is classic. But basically, what they used, because they stored a lot of cocaine and shit in the movie, and what they used was crushed B vitamins and all the cocaine scenes. And Jonah Hill basically did so much, he ended up with bronchitis and got put in the hospital. Now, speaking of Jonah Hill, he wanted to be in a Scorsese movie so bad, he lowered his salary to the SAG minimum of $60,000. So Jonah Hill only got $60,000 for making this movie, which I thought was kind of wild.
Oh, that's crazy.
The F word was used in this 569 times, making this the most of any film.
Yeah.
It was passed in 2014 by a movie called SwearNet the movie. SwearNet the movie, never heard of it. But before this one, the one with the most F-bombs was Goodfellas. So
Right.
Marty,
Yeah,
twice on
that
the
was
list.
Scorsese.
yeah. But yeah, this movie here, I could go on about it. I wish I would have wrote down some of the funny ass quotes, or whatever. But if you hadn't seen this, definitely check it out. It's a wild, crazy ass movie. And if I remember correctly, I did look this up and I read this before. The scene where he takes the drugs, the drugs, I can't remember what they're called now, but he pops one of the pills. Yeah, the Quaaludes, and it's like they're really old, and they're thinking maybe the effect has weakened, so they took more of them. And when it kicks in, when he falls down and he's climbing down the steps, all that shit, most of that was improvised, which Scorsese likes a lot of his shit improvised. So they did a lot of their own stuff in this, whatever, and it all just works great. They work great off each other when they're all partying and shit. It's fun as hell. One of my favorite movies of all times, and I absolutely love it. This is my number one.
Yeah.
I wish I wrote down some of the funny ass quotes because there's a ton of them.
Dude, that whole scene with the car when he thinks he did fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love this Steelbook, by the way.
Got it home without a scratch.
Right?
Yeah.
Great pick.
I love the sequence when the homosexual butler gets accused of stealing their money, and he gets all his friends together, and their fucking goons are going to solve it for him, and they're hanging him out of the window and all that. I love that bit.
And Rob Reiner is the dad.
Yeah.
He's absolutely hilarious to me. Everything he does in that movie is funny to me. Just the way they're always kind of fucking with him. He's trying to watch his TV show. Reminds me of my dad. He's trying to watch his TV show, and somebody calls the house. How dare him? He's like, God damn it, and shows his ass. He answers the phone with a fake English accent for some reason. It's just funny as hell to me.
Yeah. And he's watching the Equalizer, the show.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Ironic.
It all comes back around.
There you go. Full circle. So, well, guys, that's it. We're going to go through the comments, and we're going to do our honorable mentions real quick. And we won't go in great detail about those. We'll just kind of show you what kind of almost made the list. But let's
And
go
nobody
back
had
and caught up on these
the same
comments.
number one.
Yeah, right. Nobody had the same number one. Nice.
No, not this time. Wasn't Hereditary.
Right.
All right. I think this is where we left off. Again, apologies if I missed anybody. All right. Ben, are you collecting those Visual Vengeance titles? Ben says, there is a dead zombie baby in. Okay, we already read that. I think I might, Bob. How do you spell on someone over the phone? We're getting there. We're up to 7 titles now on Visual Vengeance, Bob said.
Damn.
How it says, Cabin in the Woods is better every time I watch it. Yeah. That's a good one. But Bob said, damn, just realized this man has a gorgeous home theater set up. And yes, Cabin in the Woods, gorgeous Steelbook too. I think he's talking about you, Dr. Ordinary.
Yep. Appreciate that.
JS says, what's your guys' opinion on the 4K rounded edge slips? I hate them. They look cheaper than they should. They don't bother me that much. And I'm pretty fucking OCD, but they're not that bad.
Better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, but you can definitely see a difference on the shelf. I got all the A24s, but there was slips down. There's a couple that have those, the Green Knight, I think, and Hereditary, and they do stand out, but it's not enough to bother me too much. And a lot of shit bothers me, and I don't bother me too much.
I got all the Rambos lined up. They look pretty good like that.
Yeah.
the rounded slips.
Those are some nice looking slips, by the way.
Yeah, they're lined up there. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, Cabin in the Woods is cool. Just bad CGI in the ending, but good.
Yeah.
Boz Blu-ray says, JS, I love Lionsgate slip covers with the corners cut off. It prevents smashed corners. They're solid too.
That's a good point, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. JS said, Boz Blu-rays, don't other companies do that too, like Disney/Marvel? I only have one, the original Halloween 4K. I have Heat coming in though. I just got the Heat 4K steelbook in. So pretty good looking steelbook.
Yeah. Well, Disney put out Heat, so
Yeah.
That's one of the ones that were kind of already had the 4K scan on. They were kind of sitting on for a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Speed was another one.
I'm hearing bad things about it. Have y'all heard that?
What about Heat?
Scan? Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, so I can't give you an opinion. I haven't really heard that much about it, to be honest with you.
Okay. People are saying the scan's kind of shitty or whatever.
Huh.
I don't know. But you know how that shit goes.
Gotta change her both. You guys still hear me okay?
yeah.
I can't fucking hear y'all. Hold on.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Let's all stare at Alan.
I'll talk shit about Alan. Fuck him.
Right? This is our chance. You remind me a lot of that Grindhouse motherfucker.
Fuck him and his blue light. Who does he
Right?
think he is?
Goddamn movie room, all fancy with his movies behind it.
With that cunt behind his head.
Right?
Yeah. What's up with that cunt box?
Clint Eastwood's a bitch.
Now he's muted.
Now you muted. He can't. We can't hear you.
All right, I'm back, y'all. Live TV, ain't it great? All right. Fucking earbud died. Switch that bitch over. Didn't like it. All right. The Witch
Either that or
is
you're
great.
definitely here.
The director and the movie in 2016. I released The House at the same time the films was screened as double features at many festivals. Cool deal.
Cool.
Subtitles are a savior. Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
Right.
Halloween is Lionsgate. Well, it was at the time. Sorry, Disney doesn't do it. I'm pretty sure they don't, but they do that stupid banner at the top. Not a Disney fan. They hate supporting physical media.
Yeah.
That's a true
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
Absolutely.
Most disturbing shot for me is the bird picking on the titty in the film.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And she's just laughing her ass off. Yeah.
Right.
Y'all motherfuckers talking because I can't hear nobody saying nothing.
We're
Somebody say
talking.
Yeah, we're talking.
I can't hear shit.
Alan, I think Alan, maybe he called
What's
me or something after he watched The Witch, and he's like, "Yeah, I just saw that raven eating that woman's titty, and it's okay. I didn't need to sleep tonight."
Right. She's
all hell's breaking loose. Dirk
He
looks like
says that
froze.
about Hereditary all the time too.
Yeah,
all right. I'm back.
you're back.
I'm unfroze.
Yeah,
We're falling apart.
yeah.
Man, it's been a lot different than the last time.
Yeah, it was such a wide net of great movies. Where there's a lot of fish in the barrel, I guess, that were awesome to go from.
Yeah.
We got a nice range of genres this time too. It's kind of nice.
Yeah,
I'm curious what y'all's honorables are.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to be interesting. I can't believe Alan's having difficulties.
Right?
Yeah, what's going on?
When the IT guy's having problems,
Yeah,
then we're all having problems.
Who do you call in?
Right?
yeah. Who's he calling right now?
He's on the phone with desktop support right now.
Yeah,
All because of an earbud.
Right?
yeah. Fucking Apple products.
Welcome to Apple. Please hold.
Yeah. Apple, do it our way or go fuck your mother.
Right.
You know.
Take it to the Genius Bar.
Right.
We talked about this a little before, but did everybody have the problems that?
I can't hear shit. God damn it.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us now?
He's
You
trying
got
to
to
get
get
his
an
right
earpiece out.
This is where we fuck with them.
Can't hear.
It's coming through my laptop. It's probably gonna sound like shit, but I will.
Oh, well, good.
That sounds good.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
sound fine.
we're good. That's how I do it. I got.
Can you hear
All
us?
Yeah, here y'all fine.
All right,
I don't
we're good.
hear
Other
feedback.
earbud ain't coming on for some reason. I don't know why. Sorry about that, y'all.
I don't hear feedback or anything like that.
No.
All right, cool.
So,
All right. So again, I'll go back and hear what y'all motherfuckers were talking about. But I couldn't hear shit.
Nothing.
All right,
Skip that part. Go past that.
yeah.
Yeah, what he's talking about here with that bird picking on the titty in the film. I watched a special feature on that, and the lady, don't remember her name, but the actress that played that part, she goes into detail about that scene, and she still, you can tell when she's talking about it, still scares the shit out of her. She had to wear a breastplate, obviously, and they had a trained raven. Obviously, it was on like a wire that they CGI'd out or whatever, but the actual raven was sitting there pecking at her. And she said it just scared the shit out of her. And just to this day, she said she got back to her hotel room or to her room after that scene. She looked out the window and there was a raven sitting outside of her window. And she had to freak the fuck out. So you can tell 6 years later, she was still getting freaked out talking about it. So
The fucking raven was ready for round 2.
That was the animal handler fucking with her.
probably.
Want some of that blood milk.
Yeah, it sucks they own Fox. Nothing comes out and banners everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're lucky he got heat on 4K. We're lucky we got heat on 4K. JS is 100%. Cinema Murder Drum Video. Robert Eggers actually said he doesn't like watching The Witch anymore. Said he wasn't an experienced enough director to get what he really wanted on screen.
Well, you know,
Okay.
that's people just not being satisfied with their shit, you know.
Yeah.
Or it's him just wanting to sell more of his own. I don't know.
He wants to push his other shit. I don't know, but
Yeah, I think it's
the only
him
thing I
wanting to
could
sell his
ever,
own shit.
yeah, the only thing I could ever have, the only small, if I could even gripe, which I thought it came out fine, when Satan is revealed, it kind of looks like Johnny Depp. He kind of
Like
looks
Captain
like
Morgan. It's like
he's
fucking
super
Captain
fucking
Morgan.
pretty.
He does look like
But I
Captain
mean, you
Morgan.
got to remember that's the cool outfit of the day.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
looking like a frilly fucking ponce, you know. But I
Yeah.
do like that he's dragging a cloven hoof. One of his legs is still a fucking, you know. That would be my only, you know, when you're going to bring a Satan reveal out, I think he should have showed nothing. I think that would have probably been a little bit better.
Well, it's
instead of
real
showing-
dark though. I mean,
It's
Well,
real
yeah.
dark,
Now-
so you can't really see him. But he's got to be pretty too. He's got to be
Right.
pretty because he's enticing this young girl.
right.
You know, and I'm sure the devil would appear different for each person. You know,
You
he'd
gotta
be a
think
little
of-
kid to talk to the kids. He'd be a
Yeah.
pretty boy to talk to this young girl that's becoming a woman. You
You
know,
gotta
and her,
think-
little, her brother that's constantly looking at her tits.
Yeah, that's
What
what I'm
was that
saying. The
about?
sin. That
Yeah.
was his sin.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
And
the
I mean, this is a spoiler alert. We're already there
Incestuous.
anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
The girl was supposed to ride the goat out into the fucking woods, but
Right.
she could only stay on for like 10 seconds. She was too tall. Her feet were dragging. The original script, she's supposed to ride that goat into the woods.
right.
But
I like what we got.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy with
Oh
that.
hell yeah.
The goat was a real asshole too. Apparently, didn't like to be ridden by a woman.
Right.
Well, he's a character actor goat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was really young when she made this too. What was she? 17, 18?
Yeah.
Yeah,
18.
she is
She's
great. man.
18 because she's naked. You know.
Yeah.
actually, she was 19. I think it came out. What year did it come out? 95 or 2015?
Well, yeah.
15.
She was born. She was born in 96, and it came out in 2015.
16, 15, 15.
Yeah.
Had to be 15. Yeah.
15.
All right. Scolder says, or Bob said to Scolder, I hated Lighthouse, so I didn't even buy The Northman. Yeah, I need to watch The Northman again. It didn't grab me the first time. It was okay.
Hard time
I-
getting into the Northman. I wasn't a fan.
Really? I fucking love that shit.
I've heard mixed things. I know Brian really likes it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to
Yeah.
watch it.
I don't want to
I-
talk any shit about it because I want to watch it again.
Yeah,
Just have
it
sleep while I was
deserves
watching it.
another watch for sure. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
Fucking,
completely, but I just had a hard time getting into it.
it's fucking brutal, man.
Yeah, I like Viking shit, so I'm probably gonna dig it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call
yeah.
Jerk's uncle and watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll hook you up.
Scholar 22 says, I like The Northman the most, but even that isn't nowhere near favorite films. Well, Blu-rays, I got a lot of hate because I don't like the Lighthouse. People are sensitive. I don't shit on people for liking it. Film is subjective. People forget that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody's
Alan
wired
liked
different.
Yeah, we don't care. Alan likes the
don't care if
Warriors.
you like
That-
it,
that
don't
movie's
like
a piece of shit.
It don't matter. Make a shit to me.
All right.
But
Ash
listen,
was
Bob,
in the
when you
end.
get some fish heads that arrive in the mail, I'm just gonna let you know.
Oh, the after credit scene, yeah.
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 But yeah, people are too sensitive about that type of shit.
Hell yeah, they are. People are too sensitive in general.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck 'em.
And it ain't just what you're watching. That's how you fucking collect. And I don't want to go down that fucking road, but people judge all the time by how people like to fucking collect. You know, I mean, it shouldn't affect anybody. I mean, everybody
Right.
collects the way. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Everybody
Yeah.
fucks me for all the slipcover shit I like. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I mean, like I said, people that like slipcovers, I don't give a fuck about that either. It's just how whatever makes you happy, fucking do it.
Right?
Some of it comes down to petty jealousy, I think, but whatever.
Yeah, I agree with you,
You
Brad.
know, I don't care
Yeah.
what. Like when the only thing that really bothered me about the remakes is people will say, "I don't need to see it. I
Right.
know it sucks."
I'm such a fan of the original. I've want to watch that? Yeah, I've heard of that many
If
times.
you're such a fan, if I was a super big fan of something, I want to see the remake. Let's see what they did. If it's
Right.
terrible, it doesn't change the first movie. You can
Yeah,
just go
if
back
anything, it
and watch
only
that
reinforces it for you. You think
Yeah.
you want to watch it to reinforce how
make it even better. It brings new eyes to the old product.
right.
You know, you'll get another nice new release of that old product you like. You know,
Yeah.
It's like the Friday remake. I was a huge fan of that. A lot of people shit on that movie too. I was excited just to see another Friday movie in the theaters. You know,
I like
and
that.
me and my son had a
Friday.
blast going to see that.
that
you know?
brings the heat. That brings more attention back, and that might have spurred
Right.
the box set.
And they're
that we all love.
gonna search through all the films.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's a fucking good remake too.
great.
damn
movie,
right it
I
is.
thought.
Damn right. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, really good.
All right. Bob said that Evil Dead should really benefit from a 4K because of the colors. I agree.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
All right. What kind of release is that of Boyhood? A cool cover art. That's the Criterion. Now.
Criterion, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a standard edition too.
Yeah. Bob's Blu-rays. Margaret Robbie, eat your heart out, pops. Yeah, she's got some gravy on her taters. She's badass. And
That's a T-shirt, by the way. for those of you that need it.
yeah, she
It's
ain't
part of
ugly.
the Pop T-shirt line.
And that scene where she was butt ass naked when her and DiCaprio first hook up. You know, originally she was going to tell her family that was all CGI'd, but she was wearing clothes or whatever. Then she changed her mind at the last minute and went in and told them, "Yeah, I'm bare ass." But yeah, she had it going on. All right, Sydney says The Wolf of Wall Street is awesome. Leo's best performance. Yeah, he's got so many damn good performances, man. But I think it's probably it's the one I go back to more often. That and The Departed.
What's eating Gilbert Grape when he played the Tard?
Oh,
I got that coming in the mail soon.
Man, I mean, yeah, you're right, man. He's got so many damn good performances.
That shit
I mean,
finally.
Shutter Island. He was good in Shutter
Shutter
Island.
Yeah,
Island.
man, he's
Tard.
good about everything, man.
He's
there's
just
a movie
badass
called
actor.
Basketball Diaries. If you've never seen that,
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
he's done some stuff that even back in the day.
I mean, Titanic. I mean, shit.
Yeah,
You know, that's not like my shit, but you know,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You can't deny his acting.
right?
Yeah. All right, Wolf is great. Fifth best Scorsese film. I wish they chose someone else than DiCaprio. He is great in the film, but he will always just be DiCaprio.
Damn. Okay. Right after we praising the son, bitch.
well, it's one of those things
Yeah.
where some people, it's hard for when you have a big A-list guy like that. It's like we were talking about with the Prisoners. It's
Right.
hard to sometimes you see the actor, not the character, and I guess that's what he's saying here.
That's what he's saying. Yeah,
He sees DiCaprio, he doesn't see
Jordan Belfort. Yeah.
Belfort.
All right, love Leo.
Hi.
Hi. What do you think happened versus what really went on?
Yeah.
All right, a new Jasper. What's going on? Goodfellas over Wolf of Wall Street any day.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
I don't know about that.
yeah. I do.
Wait a minute. I thought he's saying Wolf over. Yeah,
No,
I agree
no,
with you.
yeah,
Goodfellas.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
yeah,
gonna problem with
yeah.
over Goodfellas. I mean, that's one
Yeah,
of my favorites.
there's-
That's just a
there's
fucking
not
classic.
much left
Yeah,
over
you can't.
Goodfellas.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
top
I'm not gonna
tier.
turn my nose at either one of them. They're both fucking fantastic. I mean,
I
it's
mean,
like,
I like Cape Fear more, but I think Goodfellas is the better movie than Cape Fear. if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Here may be my favorite, but I think Goodfellas is the actual like better pound for pound movie.
Yeah,
That's definitely.
I totally get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, look who it is, buddy. It's my boy Jacob over in Colorado.
What's up,
What's
man?
going on, buddy? He said, just hopped on to check in. I remember watching or catching Wolf of Wall Street at the midnight premiere with Pops. Maybe the hardest laugh I've ever had in the movie theater. Yeah, me and him and Vibes that was in here earlier went and seen it on premiere night back when they used to have that shit here. And yeah, man, that was a fucking blast. And we went on a school night and a work night on a Thursday night midnight showing. That's a 3-hour fucking movie.
Jesus.
I'm too old to do that shit now, but yeah, that was a blast, man. That was one of a great movie experience. I appreciate you stopping by, son. I knew Jasper says, to be honest, there are no masterpieces in this time period of movies. In my opinion, just good, very good ones. 4K Lowdown, what's going on, man? What's up, guys? Yeah, I heard bad things about the Heat 4K transfer. I still bought it, though.
Yeah. We're all going to get it.
Judge it for yourself.
Yep.
Right.
Trying to get rid of the bots, y'all. They're jumping on me here. All right, JS says, I'm getting the slip and the still delivered from Heat. Pulling the Tony on that one. Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
God damn, these things are everywhere now. Hold on.
Your kids brought the fucking porn bots.
Yeah, my father likes that. All right. JS says, I believe Edgar's on that one. 4K Lowdown. Sorry I'm late. I'm still recovering from surgery. Well, hope you're feeling better, man. Appreciate you stopping by.
I hope you're doing all right, bro.
All right. A new Jasper says, NGL, I think Leo was overrated. I'll take an actor like Denzel or Al Pacino over him any day. Okay. I mean, I said that's your opinion. I definitely don't think he's overrated. I think he's one of my favorites. He's good at everything he's in, I think. But like I said, I value your opinion. Denzel and Pacino are great also, you know.
Right. I thought he was overrated with Titanic, and then all these movies started, like his career. I mean, look at the man's career, though.
He's been in some bangers, man. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't agree with the overrated part. You liking Denzel Pacino over him? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a valid argument. But
yeah, hell yeah. I mean,
they do different things. It's like bands,
right?
You know?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
it's like picking a color and shit.
Yeah, I mean, so Dr. Ordinary, you want to go over your honorable mentions, buddy?
Yeah,
I'm
so
excited to see what you got there.
We're basically on the same theme. One of my honorable mentions is the remake of Fright Night.
Oh, nice.
Love this movie. Exactly. I mean, I won't harp exactly what Brad was saying. I went into this movie. The original Fright Night is a movie of my childhood kind of. It set the scene for me for horror movies because it had horror, it had comedy, it had great acting, great writing. So, I went into this thing, kind of tried to be an open, blank slate with an open mind. And I don't know, just surprised the hell out of me. It's Anton Yelchin, which I think we've talked about before. I think he would have been huge had he not been killed by Jeep. Colin Farrell's in it. You got Toni Collette. We're talking about Hereditary. The writing on this is great. If you're, I'm not, but if you're a Doctor Who fan, the dude that played in Doctor Who, he plays Peter Vincent in this. I thought he did a great job. Steven Spielberg had his hand in this apparently, which I didn't know until looking this up. He did the storyboarding and the editing for it. But I think it was a great remake of a movie that would have been really hard to remake. And then my other honorable mention was Sinister.
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
Being a huge fan of Insidious and The Conjuring and all those guys, I thought this was a fantastic movie. I don't think it got enough credit. Director is the same director that ended up doing Doctor Strange and Sinister 2. It's a Blumhouse movie. Ethan Hawke. These guys worked really well together. I thought it was a great story. They made it well where Ethan Hawke actually, when he's in the movie, he's watching these old 8mm movies. He'd never actually seen them. They didn't show him what he was going to watch to get an authentic sort of reaction from him. Though there was a plan actually to make an Insidious Jason Blum wanted to do an Insidious and Sinister crossover film. But because Sinister 2 didn't do well, they abandoned it. But apparently, I was just reading today, apparently there's an idea now that they may want to bring it back since Black Phone did so well, since the same director that did Black Phone and with Ethan Hawke. So 2 great movies that I don't think got enough credit.
Yeah, those are awesome picks, man.
Yeah, Sinister's great. And
Yeah.
Ethan
like-
Hawke has like kind of a sleeper horror career.
Yeah.
You know, he's been in a lot of stuff, Taking Lives, and
Right.
You
Yeah.
think about
Yeah.
Sinister
I totally
too,
agree.
man.
I think he missed his calling because when he started doing horror movies, I was like, oh damn, this guy's actually really good in a horror flick.
And Sinister too, man. That character he's playing, man, he's a selfish son of a bitch, really.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really is.
And people rip on that movie, and I thought it was fantastic.
No, it is. It's a great movie. I'm just saying that
Inventive.
character, like bringing his family to that.
Oh
shit.
yeah, yeah, he's
Yeah.
a total asshole. Yeah.
really inventive with the killer, the way the killer does what he does.
Yeah, that's why I thought. Yeah, I mean, not to give too much away, but I mean, you take that whole, because that was right when James Wan was starting to kick out all his movies, and to sort of be of that, I don't know if you'd call it a horror sort of revival, right around that, mid 2000s, early to mid 2000s. I thought
Yeah.
Sinister had a really great sort of take on that, and a really great different way to sort of kind of jump into that genre. So
Yeah.
That shit's creepy as shit, man.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them jump scares are like,
it does it right. It gives it that fan service for the jump scares you want, but then the story, you're like, oh, this is kind of fucked up.
yeah, that's surreal, like the realism of the
Yeah.
found footage or whatever.
The found footage thing, right? Yeah, and I thought it was a really clever way to incorporate found footage into a horror flick, without making it overdone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dirk, what you got for your honorable, man?
All right, man. Well, I got this. That's gonna be Hobo with a Shotgun.
Hell yeah.
Rutger
Just pick that
Hauer.
up.
What?
I just bought that.
You did?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, this shit's great, man. It's got this. There's this random line that probably, I don't know if y'all caught it or not. There's a sleazy ass cop, and he's like, there's a prostitute. She's walking down the street. She's like one of the main characters. Her name's Abby, and he says, "You're so hot, you make me want to cut my dick off and rub it all over your titties."
And here comes the new box.
That just kind of lets you know what you're getting into in this fucking movie. But,
Did you write that movie?
What you don't know about her.
But no, man, it's a fun splatterfest, man. Rutger Hauer, he's just this fucking hobo, and the name of the town's called Scumtown, Fucktown. You know?
Right. Yep.
And
It's a grindhouse like throwback. It's a lot of fun.
yeah, I mean, it's from 2011 when this came out, and the special effects are actually pretty damn good, man. Like I said, it's just a splatterfest, but that's my first one, and here's my second one. It Follows.
Oh, great movie.
Oh man, I love that movie.
Yeah, this is this kind of takes from several different movies, but it's its own thing too. Like, if that makes any sense, it's kind of like you get vibes like Nightmare on Elm Street. Definitely Halloween in certain parts. Some of the shots, like when the girls are walking down the street,
Oh yeah.
and when she's in the classroom, the teacher's giving the lecture and all that shit. But this is like a damn, what do you call it? A sex demon, you know?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, kind of like a succubus thing. Yeah.
Right. And it's great movie, man. It's got this it's a supernatural psychological horror, you know. But like I said, it's very highly original. Had a $1 million budget and made $23 million.
Yep. Show business.
And the thing about it is, you don't know what time and place this is taking place unless you're from there.
I scouted that area. I know exactly where it was. It was shot 100% in Detroit.
Detroit, yeah.
And they really made it look. They didn't have to do anything to make it look shitty. That's what I loved about it.
But the time, you know, you can't pinpoint the time of that shit is, and there's like no adults around at all, hardly at all. Like every now and then you'll see them, but for the most part, you could watch this movie on the surface value of it, or you could fucking study this damn movie. It's some crazy. Got some layers going on with it.
Yeah,
but,
that's a really good movie. Underrated.
Right, and the score is by Disaster. Disaster Piece is the name who does the score, and I think it's excellent too, man. But anyway, that's my two, man. My two honorables.
I love that they shot it in Detroit, everything about it, and I love when they do that. They don't have to shoot everything in Los Angeles or New York.
Right.
You know, they go to these oddball places. Like there's a movie called Killing Them Softly. It's supposed to take place in Boston. It's shot in Louisiana.
Yeah.
You know,
The Brad Pitt one.
Yeah.
Right.
I've always liked that movie a lot. It's actually was going to be one of my honorable mentions, but
Right.
but yeah, I love when they do that. Gone Girl is shot in Missouri. Who the fuck shoots a movie in Missouri?
Right.
You know, but that's where the story takes place. You know,
Right.
So that's why they went there. They didn't shoot it in L.A. like everybody else does. I love when they do shit like that.
Hell yeah. But yeah, it's definitely original. A lot of people shit on that one too, man.
Oh, when that fucking tall guy shows up, it's
Yeah, that's some creepy shit, man.
it's
And you got the naked dude on top of the house.
Oh hell yeah.
Right.
what is with you with naked people? Fucking Alan, somebody's nude and trying to kill somebody. Alan is losing it.
But I mean,
The beach scene.
He's watching like a little kid.
right. You know the scene where the dude, he's already slept with her, right? And his mom's knocking on the door.
Yeah.
You know that scene, right?
Yeah.
That's some of the creepiest ass shit.
Oh, yeah.
When she gets on top of him
Yeah.
Yep.
and she fucks him to death.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy, man. And like electrical shit going on, and I don't know, it's fucking wild.
That beach scene.
Yeah,
That's a great scene.
yeah. There's a lot of shit going on in that where there's a girl running in fucking high heels. You know, like there's so much shit you could
But
dissect.
it's going on in like a deeper level too, because I've
Right.
watched it like 2 or 3 times now, and I'm like, shit, I feel like there's more going on here that I'm picking up on,
Right.
or I should be picking up on more.
It's ambiguous. So you, like I said, you could just watch it and not even try to study it, or you can try to, see a deeper layer to it.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, that's a good one, man. All right, Brad.
Appreciate it.
This movie, I don't know that a lot of people have seen it, but I've always liked it. It is not a fun movie to watch. It's super fucking dark. Shocker. But Alan, I think you might be really happy with this packaging because it's got I don't know what you could do to make a better package for physical media freaks. We need to talk about Kevin. Has anybody seen this movie?
I've got John C. Reilly, and I'm interested.
Yeah.
I've heard of it because it's
I've heard of
a
that.
movie, but
And
I've
I
never
was like,
seen
I
it.
thought somebody was like fucking with me or something.
No,
Right.
this is I've always liked this movie. Basically, a son is born and he has an unbelievable and unnatural hate for his mother. It goes from the time he was born till it's throughout his whole life. He cannot stand her, but
Damn.
it's just that's what the story's about. But if you look at this, Alan, it's a slip.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh shit!
oh,
Alan,
Damn.
control yourself.
oh.
Yeah, there you go.
That's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Wow,
It's like a damn magic trick.
that
But
shit's
yeah.
crazy.
For some reason, he hates his mother, and it just continues. Less you know about it, the better. You don't
Yeah.
want this movie spoiled for you. You
Mm.
don't where it goes. It builds. It's very ominous. It jumps around like a Tarantino movie, kind of. But I've always really enjoyed this
That's
one.
what I fucking need, a movie that has a slip and another slip.
And then a fold out.
At the top
With some
loader
kindergarten
and the
art.
side loader. But really, really, really dark. I would not recommend this for everybody if you're squeamish at all. Don't watch this movie, but
I
Is
just wrote it down.
it? Is it?
I'm gonna watch it.
Right now, Alan's ordering double slips for all the rest of his movies.
yeah, the who made this? All Skill Scope. I got this from Amazon years ago. I'd never even heard of this company before, but this is number Alan. If you're wondering, this is number
shit.
43. This is number 43 on the line.
Wonderful. They probably all come with double fucking slip. That's just what I fucking need.
and it doesn't fit in any like a turkey bag or a slip box or anything like that. It's an oddball shape. It's
The
huge.
fat fucker.
Yeah, it's a thick bitch.
Shit.
And my this movie, I recommend this to anybody. I don't know why people refuse to watch it. People won't take my recommendations. I don't know why. But it's a movie. It's called Blue Ruin. It's It's the same director as The Green Room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same guy, in The Green Room. This is the better of the two, in my opinion. But it's basically about a homeless man with PTSD. You find out very short order, that his parents were murdered and the murderer is getting out of prison. And he decides to get his life back together and take his revenge. That's what the movie's about. You get the return. I know Tommy Starr and Craig will like this. You get the return of Buzz from Home Alone. This is his first movie since Home Alone. The character Buzz, the annoying big brother, is back in this, and he's my favorite character in this. Actually, he's like this gun nut, weirdo. But anyway, Blue Ruin. It's a great one, and real gritty, grimy crime movie, my kind of thing.
Speaking of Buzz, I'm being very vague, but Buzz does pop up in Better Call Saul, by the way.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice.
You actually recommended that one there, Brad, and I really enjoyed it. That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, what you got, buddy?
I'm going more of a comedic route as opposed to Brad with his dark shit. He darkens it up. I'll lighten it right up.
Right.
This movie, the first one I got here, I hear nobody knows about this movie. I don't think it's like a Magnolia releasing movie, starring Juno Temple, who's like a kind of like a side indie actress, and Michael Angarano, who hasn't been in much either. Well, he's been in a lot of indie stuff, but this is called The Brass Teapot, and it's basically about these two people that are in love or whatever, and they're down on their luck. They don't have much money or whatever, and they stumble upon this antique store. They find this old antique teapot, and it's kind of like a magical teapot. And but the thing with this teapot is it accumulates money inside of it only whenever they beat the shit out of each other.
What the fuck?
Anytime they get hurt, like he hits his hand on the stove and burns himself, and money accumulates inside the teapot, and then she hits the shit out of him. More money comes, and they just start getting rich from this fucking teapot.
Brian, you're the light.
From literally beating the crap out of each other. It's pretty
Lighten
fun.
it up a little bit.
I love that Brian always says he's got a comedy, and then it goes to a really dark place.
Yeah, it's amusing, lovable, and a little deranged. It says on the back.
You think?
But I thought it's a fun movie. It's got also got Alexis Bledel, who was in Gilmore Girls, in here, and that girl Aaliyah Shawkat, who's in like a lot of shit. But yeah, it's a fun one. And then this one's a lot of fun too. Aubrey Plaza film, The To-Do List. I don't hear anybody talk about this movie. It's from 2013, and it takes place in like 1994 or something. It kind of throws it back like a decade or so, a couple decades. It's pretty funny because like this movie, she's a virgin or whatever, and everybody makes fun of her for it. She's like a lifeguard during the summer at this pool, and Bill Hader's like her, like the boss, or whatever, the lifeguard place. And it's funny because he doesn't know how to swim. He's like a lifeguard that doesn't know how to fucking swim. But yeah, it's got a pretty good cast in it. It's got Rachel Bilson, the guy who plays McLovin in it, Andy Samberg, Donald Glover's in here. I don't know. But anyways, it's just funny because like she has this to-do list of sex stuff to do that she wants to cross off, and she tries to like hook up with all these different people and knock stuff off her to-do list or whatever. It's just a pretty funny movie that I don't hear anybody talk about. There's one scene in particular that I really think is hilarious because somebody poops in the pool, and she's like, "Oh, how Caddyshack of you!" Jumps in the pool and thinks it's a Baby Ruth, puts it in her mouth and tries to eat it, but it's a piece of shit. But yeah, it's pretty funny. If you like Aubrey Plaza, man, I recommend this one. It's cool because it's got some good 90s throwback music to it too, and it's got a whole 90s vibe to it. So
love Bill Hader, man.
Yeah, Bill Hader's hilarious in it too.
Yeah, I love Bill Hader.
You ever see a movie called Cheap Thrills, Brian?
Yeah, I have that on the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, great one.
I figured you would love that.
It's
That's a
nice.
good one.
It's a dark comedy there.
Can
All
you
right,
hand me
I'll go
my keys? He says, "Can you hand me my keys?" And it's the picture of Keckner and a fucking karate gi.
All right, here's what I got for my 2 honorable mentions, y'all. And this one could have been anywhere in the top 5. That's gonna be Django Unchained and the fucking D Silent, y'all.
The Django.
But yeah, this is a fantastic movie. One of my favorite by Tarantino. Came out December 25th, 2012. Jamie Foxx, Christoph Waltz. Between this one here and Inglourious Basterds, Christoph Waltz just killed it in both of them. I became a fan of his immediately. Also stars Samuel L. Jackson, Leonardo DiCaprio. I love Samuel L. Jackson in this. He's got kind of a smaller role for him. He refers to this movie, Samuel L. Jackson does. He refers to this movie as Shaft on a Horse, which I thought was great. There's a scene at the dinner table. Everybody knows the one scene about where DiCaprio cuts his hand, starts bleeding, finishes the scene, that kind of shit. Everybody knows about that. But I was reading about this here. DiCaprio was doing that scene, and he had to say a lot of racial slurs. And he got kind of, a little bothered, so he had to take a break. And Samuel L. Jackson took him over to the side. And this is the quote from Samuel L. Jackson. He pulled him to the side and says, "Motherfucker, this is just another Tuesday for us." About all the slurs and just being in a Tarantino movie. You know how that goes. Something else interesting, I didn't know this. Jamie Foxx used his own horse in this movie, his own horse named Cheetah. But he got it on his birthday 4 years previous. This is also Tarantino's most expensive film. Had a $100 million budget. Speaking of that, it had a $100 million budget. It made $162 million in the States, $426 million worldwide. What am I leaving out here? I think that's about it, guys. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. The very end of it, whatever, when they're having the shootout at the plantation at Candyland, it's just a lot of, as my wife says, a lot of bursting. There's a lot of blood, a lot of guts. It's over the top. It's Quentin Tarantino. It's just absolutely fantastic. Love the movie. Great cast. I can't recommend it enough. That's one of my honorable mentions. Now, my other one here, this may get some hate because some people love this movie. Some people don't care for it much. It's a really classic in my mind. I love this movie. It's The Martian. Watched it a few times. It's a lot of fun. How realistic it is, who knows?
I bet that 4K is awesome, though, huh?
Yeah, 4K looks great. It really does. But the mission they do in Mars on this, NASA is actually planning some missions in the future like this. So, for what it's worth, Matt Damon's scenes on Mars were shot for 5 weeks straight, where he was isolated from the other cast members to help with the role. He did not see the cast members again for the most part until they reunited to promote the film. So they really kind of isolated him to give him more of a feel of being isolated on Mars. This was Ridley Scott's first Oscar nomination in 14 years. The last one was Black Hawk Down. And Ridley Scott was nominated for Best Picture for Gladiator, which he won. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Love Ridley Scott, obviously Alien.
Yeah.
One of my favorite directors.
No
this movie was a lot of fun. I was excited when it came out. I've seen it multiple times. I did miss this in theaters. I don't remember why. I've never seen it in theaters, but I've watched it probably 5 or 6 times since I got the physical media copy of it. Very rewatchable. Matt Damon does a great job, making you feel his isolation. If you guys have seen it, he has to basically try to grow shit on Mars to survive until he can try to find some way to contact Earth. And there's a great scene where he's fucking with these basically growing potatoes on Mars. He's a fucking genius. And the shit he's fucking with blows up. And it's just a great scene. If you guys have seen it, it blows up and kind of throws him against the fucking wall. It's a very comedic scene. One of my favorite parts of the movie. All the astronauts that left him behind by mistake, whatever, they thought he was dead. He has to go through all their stuff, whatever, and get all their dehydrated shit to basically grow the potatoes. And just him talking about the different guys' shit. What the hell did you eat? There's just so many funny scenes, whatever, that kind of give the comedy aspect along with how serious it is. And I don't know, you just really feel the isolation and all that kind of bullshit. It's a great one. But those are my two honorable mentions there. So I'm kind of surprised nobody picked that as one of their 5.
I know, right?
I figured they would.
It was in my top 10.
Yeah,
it was mine too.
That's proof positive. The movie was made for $100 million, made $400 million worldwide, and it's about uncomfortable material.
Right.
Bad words are said. It's ultra violent. People loved it. So hopefully we get some more.
They dropped the N-bomb how many times in the movie?
Hateful Eight.
Yeah, it was a lot. I didn't write it down, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
So, but Samuel Jackson, you gotta love him, man. He just pulled him aside and said, "Hey, man, this is a fucking Tuesday, motherfucker.
Right.
It's just a regular day for up here."
I personally think that's Leo's best work, my opinion. He's so good as that villain, that slimy ass villain.
He plays that role perfectly in that.
Bright boy,
Mm-hmm. Man, Christoph Waltz, man, I didn't know who the hell he was, and after seeing the Glorious Bastards and this, man, it was just like, who is this fucking guy?
Yeah,
he's good in that Alita too.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna go through the chat here, guys, and we'll wrap this thing on up. All right, we got 22 people out there still hanging with us.
Yeah.
All right. Anna Jasper says, "Great stream, guys. Can't wait till you get to better time periods of movies."
Oh yeah.
That's why we did this in reverse, because everybody was waiting for the 70s and 80s, and we want that to be kind of at the end. So that's why we're doing this backwards.
Mm-hmm.
A 4K lowdown says, "I like Sinister." Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the well wishes. Sure thing. All right. Video Man and Gizmo. If not next time, there will be a movie from outside the States. I actually will be naked watching your stream.
So next time, what's the year range? 2006?
2010. Is that right?
6 to 10.
Yeah, that's it.
I bet so. I bet there'll be some international in there.
Yeah, the front to back we go. We're gonna have more.
Yeah.
For sure. 4K lowdown. That opening scene and It Follows was awesome. Yeah, it was. Kevin is good. Best Lynn movie.
Yeah, not for everybody. I just warn you. It's the subject matter is dark. It's very well made movie.
4K lowdown. We need to talk about Kevin. Man, Brad would have picked that as a dark and disturbing movie.
Is it It's no like incest shit going on, huh?
I'll be putting it this way: it's not Human Centipede. It's not a Serbian film kind of shit like that. Nothing like that.
It's more disturbing than that.
It's its own thing, man. It's not. There's never been another movie like this. The way they do it, it's as artsy as I get. Let's put it that way.
You get pretty damn artsy sometimes.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. Fucking grimy shit.
Brian wins. Holland said Brian wins the stream with the teapot. 4K lowdown. I think I've seen the brass teapot. Deep cut, Brian. Nice. Yeah, but I wrote it down, man. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, definitely. I wrote it down too.
It's a cheap title too.
Yeah. Django is the only film from Tarantino I don't like that much. The blood splatter does not fit the story. Fox is a badass from the beginning to the end. All right, and Leo again. I think he is good, but just Leo. Also, I don't like Sam Jackson in it. Worst old guy makeup ever. I don't think the music is right in it too.
Oh wow.
The music. I'll agree with you 1,000. I agree with you 100,000%. The music isn't right, but Sam Jackson is awesome.
Yeah, he's always.
They opened up with the same music from the original Django back in the day. It's the same song.
The rap songs in the movie. But you remember in the middle, there's rap that breaks out.
There is.
Yeah, it doesn't fit. I totally agree with that. But
Sam Jackson talking about burning the sheets and everything. You want the big house? I'll tell you who's great in it too. Don Johnson. I love that's my favorite character in the whole fucking movie. Bettina. Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Yeah.
I like the way you die, boy. All right. Django Unchained is great. So many things. Sorry, but I had to say what I mean about it. Also, Waltz is just the same as in Glorious Bastards, so nothing special. I wish Tarantino never did it.
Yeah. You gotta like.
All right, Django and Martian both great.
What would you say the worst Tarantino film is?
Even the worst one I like. Whatever. My worst
Right.
is probably going to be Jackie Brown, but I mean, I still like it. I've watched it many times.
Mine would be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you, Dirk.
The second watch of that one, it raised up for me quite a bit. Yeah, it'll be down there, probably right above Jackie Brown, maybe somewhere in that ballpark.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Once Upon a Time. I don't know how many times I can watch a broad dance around packing a fucking bag. It really bothered me that movie, and the foot thing is bad.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time, very
hairy armpits and shit.
Dude, it's full on. Like his poor fucking wife. Every time she goes jogging, dude, she must try to hide from him. Bring them sweaty ass dogs in here, lady. He's chewing on her fucking shoelaces and shit. I mean, it's just.
I picture him like fucking Woogie, whatever, chewing on the fucking shoes, like from something about Mary.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Good God. He deserves it, man. That's his favorite movie. He deserves to be give him the $100 million to make the movie because it's his favorite movie. He loves it. He thinks it's his best. But it didn't work for me at all.
Yeah, it wasn't mine.
I mean, it's okay, but it's not.
Yeah, it's okay. It got real good at the end. I thought the ending was, the scene there when they break in the house, Brad Pitt, all that stuff. I thought that was good. But
that's the good part.
Yeah. Like I said, first time I watched it, I was like let down a little bit. Second time I watched it, I liked it more. I think that's kind of the same with Jackie Brown. Every time I watch it, I like it a little better.
Yeah,
so those two are going to be close to the bottom for me.
I've only seen it once, but I wasn't.
One old guy left the theater in the never came back, and I remember thinking he might have the right idea. I already paid my fucking money. I'm not leaving, and it was worth it at the end. But the part when he's trying to go, when Brad Pitt is trying to go in and check on the old man, and he's on the porch for like 2 hours trying to explain to this lady that he's coming in. I'm just like, just go in the house already. But that's when the old man walked out.
Bruce Dern.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's gonna go check on Bruce Dern, but the guy in the theater was in the front row. Just fucking left.
Right.
Never came back.
I'm out. I've got time for this shit. I'm too old.
Yeah, too old for this.
4K low down. So the Martian is one of my favorites. Nice pick. Thank you.
I gotta see that. I checked it out.
Yeah,
Indian fan. I still haven't seen The Martian. It's a good movie, man.
Great movie. I liked it. I know people like
Matt Damon killed it. I think. I mean, like I said earlier, it's hard to do a movie when you're the sole character for the most part. There is other characters in this movie, but for a lot of the movie, he's by himself. He does a good job.
Is it kind of like Moon with Sam Rockwell?
No. They're on a mission to Mars, and there's an accident, and they think he's dead. They have to take off. They have to leave. They think he's dead. He's not, and so he's stranded on Mars, and it's going to take years to get to him. Whatever. His only choice is to try to find some way to survive on Mars. So he has to figure out how to plant food on a planet that don't grow anything.
Yeah.
He has to figure out how to communicate. So he does like this. Speaking of that, there's like some kind of sundial, some shit he does to communicate, kind of like a code. Because they have, I guess, like some kind of way to see the planet, whatever, some aspect. So he built some kind of mechanism, and it was such a complicated mechanism, the director didn't even fucking quite know how it worked. And so he had a hard time trying to portray that in the movie so people could understand what the fuck he was doing. And it's pretty complicated. But you get the gist of it. He's trying to communicate with Earth to say he's alive, he's there, y'all come fucking get me. But he's only real science. He has his potatoes that he just has to. He's eating fucking potatoes. That's all he can grow. So it's I think it's done very well. I thought Matt Damon killed it. He's not my favorite actor. I like Matt Damon, but in this movie, I thought he did a great job. It's really Scott movie. It's gonna be okay.
You mentioned Moon. I really like Moon.
I like Moon too. Yeah, I like Moon a lot
great
too.
Movie.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey killing it as the robot.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, 4K lowdown.
I
Call
can't say
him.
that name anymore.
They couldn't put him. See, they didn't want to put him on screen with the humans, so they sent him to a private studio, so he didn't touch anybody.
Right.
Just by himself. That's the only way you can get Kevin.
Keep your hands to yourself. Damn you.
Call him Captain Blondebeard.
Yeah, that girl from American Beauty is scarred enough. Little mini Sicario.
Yeah. All right, Anna Jasper. So the time period I'm most looking forward to is the 1990s. Bye, guys. Appreciate you hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
90s will be fun.
Awesome.
80s are my time, but 90s are gonna be fun.
Yeah. Does that mean you're not gonna be back till then?
There you go.
All right. Kevin is Canadian, so that is outside the states. There you go. We're covered. Keep closing. All right. Rob says, "You guys still on? What's up, man? Just got out of work. Pleasant surprise." Yeah, man. We've been going for 3 hours and 50 minutes, man. We're wrapping it up. We just got to doing our honorable mentions. We're just finishing up the chat here. All right. Indie Fandom says, "I think the worst Tarantino is Kill Bill Volume 2. Once Upon a Time is actually top 3 in the Quentin Tarantino I've seen the most since Pulp Fiction. Wow. Most don't like Death Proof, but I love that one. I like Death Proof. I know Brad doesn't.
I like Death Proof.
I love the first half of Death Proof, but as soon as Kurt Russell tries to put that woman's foot in his mouth, I just turn the fucking thing off. I say,
again with the feet.
Jesus Christ,
not a foot guy.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
what are you doing, man? Get it together. But I just hate that second act. I hate the girl power shit. Like, oh my god, my right arm's broken. You know, like
that chick's badass. So Zoe,
the girl,
she's an Australian stunt woman.
Yeah,
she's a badass. And she was in Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight also.
She was.
Yeah.
She wasn't badass in that one.
Yeah. And she got fucked up in that one. India Phantom, I would say the Hateful Eight has a bit of a struggle to get through. I still want to see the Netflix extended though, but I need to put aside a couple of days.
Yeah, it's fucking long.
Right.
Yeah, it's a long movie. It kept my interest. So
yeah, worst Tarantino for me is 4 Rooms. And I ain't thought about 4 Rooms in a while.
4 fucking rooms.
Well, I still like it.
Yeah, no shit.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah,
you got Antonio Banderas and his fucked up family. Yeah,
yeah, that's a fun movie.
It is a fun movie. I ain't thought about the movie in a while.
But yeah,
I got that on Blu-ray from Germany.
Oh, do you?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's not just Tarantino, right?
No, it's four directors.
Right.
Yeah.
Who are the other 3?
I thought
Tarantino and who else? Do you know?
I don't know.
You don't have to get up and find it if you don't.
It's right here.
You know where it is.
Yeah.
It's Tarantino, Rodriguez, Alexander Rockwell, and Allison Anders. I don't know.
Okay.
Rodriguez and Tarantino.
Yeah. I remember enjoying it.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right. Indie Phantom said missed most of the first of the stream, but I look forward to checking that out later. I appreciate it, man.
Sure.
All right, Scolder 22, good call. I always forget about 4 Rooms. I have watched it twice. It didn't get better. Agreed.
Yeah.
I think great periods will be 1990 through 84 and all the 70s. You know, that's
Oh, hell yeah.
where I'm at too.
Yeah, the early 2000s to me is going to be pretty rough. But I know I can find 5 movies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I know I can find 7 movies.
You say that now. Wait till we get there.
Right?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's what you said about this period. Yep.
Well, guys, I appreciate everybody in the chat being here. This is going to conclude episode 2. We'll be back in a couple weeks. We're going to try to do this in 2 Saturdays from now is our tentative plan, barring everybody's schedule. But
Friday, Saturday, whichever works for everybody.
And what y'all say is that's going to be 2006 to 2010, right?
Yeah, we're 06 to 10 now.
Yep.
So we'll get busy on making our picks on that one and get everything set up. But I'm having a blast doing this. I think you guys are as well. I know I'm having a great time doing this series. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It gives me an excuse to kind of revisit some of these films again, you know, that I haven't seen in a few years. And it's a lot of fun.
I'm finding a lot of new movies I can't wait to see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3. I got like 5 movies right down here from the stream.
Yep.
I'm going to check out. And I had to write down Neon Demon again because you mentioned that last time, Brian. That's the only one I hadn't seen from the last stream. So I wrote it down again to remind myself. You mentioned it earlier.
I got 9 wrote down.
Yeah. I got I got at least 6.
I got Cold July. I wrote down Revenge again, the old one that he was talking about, that Dirk was talking about. I wrote down Ricochet to remind myself to watch it again.
I want to go back and watch
Neon Demon, The Great Silence. We need to talk about Kevin and the Brass Teapot. What I wrote down.
Cool.
Yep. I'm looking forward to The Great Silence.
I got Boyhood, Dread, Great Silence, Cold in July. We need to talk about Kevin. For some reason, I got that shit Henry down. Blue Ruin, Martian, and Neon Demon. 'Cause I forgot to write Neon
Yeah, I'm looking
Demon.
forward to Neon Demon too. I'll check that out.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll be disappointed in that one.
Dirk, if you haven't seen Dread, you'll like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I still need to
Yeah.
watch that 4K I got the other day. I still ain't rewatched it yet. Last few comments here, guys. Everybody saying thanks and good night. Good night, everybody. Channel Don Star. I like that picture there.
Yeah,
Not all.
nice.
Yeah.
That's Roger.
Great work, guys. Thanks for this. Yeah, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Yes, the Neon Demon. Check out the series Too Old to Die Young by NWR. I think it's the best. I think it's his best work.
That's the same director, Nicholas Winding Refn, I guess.
Thank you.
Too Old to Die Young.
Yeah, it's a TV series he put on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, guys,
Too
we'll
Old
be
to
back
Die
soon.
Young.
Anybody got anything they want to say before we head out?
See you.
Forward to the next
Fuck
one.
Diabolic.
Yeah.
Words to live by.
2 weekends from now or whatever. Not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yep.
We'll post it a few days ahead of time so we'll be broadcasting on Dirk's channel and Brian's channel for sure. And mine. So you guys shouldn't have any problem finding us. But appreciate everybody being here. It's been a blast. We'll be back soon. And Holland says, "Fuck Diabolic."
Hell yeah. Send me free shitter. Fuck you.
Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. We will see y'all back on the next one. It's been a blast. Thank y'all so much. Bye, everybody.
See you guys.